don't see how we can make bigger enemies. I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
And you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Buenos dias, everybody. We are here at our morning show today. I went a little East LA for you there. Good morning. It's Wednesday. We're here. There's a coffee teeter-tottering very precariously on the... Yeah, can you do something about that? Thank you. We are here. Sorry for the technical glitch. TV was unmuted. Caused mass panic. George, don't litter. And now we're here. We're live on YouTube. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can they hear me? Yeah, we're good? Okay, just making sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Phil Balabanos. You might remember me from such other podcasts, such as last week's episode, or maybe This Just Thing back in the day, or maybe you followed my odd podcast adventure of Fill My Hole, which I don't even know what's going on with that. There's nothing left to talk about. The hole is full, bro. I gotta get a new show.
You filled it.
I filled the hole. I filled it hard. So it's time for something new, I think. Fill My Hole no longer interests me. But maybe it will again. I'm like that sometimes. George has many a podcast. George, the man in front of me, the man from Brossard. He got stuck in a lot of traffic today.
Oh, fuck.
So he's very, very cranky. He blames the city. I blame drag queens who read stories to children. Because it's so popular that it creates traffic.
Yeah.
But George has many a podcast, none of which are working except for one right now. Politiquement parlant. Which is a political... Let me try and decipher what this is. Yeah. It is, politically speaking, I mean. It is a political podcast where they decipher, based on its name, Politiquement parlant, Montreal North politics. He has lots of Creole-speaking guests. George himself doesn't speak Creole, so it's kind of confusing.
I'm learning.
But sac passe, man. Look, good for you. Good on you. Poseidon, our producer, mysteriously vanished. He's very light on his feet for such a huge fellow. Yeah. You can check him out at IamPoseidon.com. It's his website. On his website, he has pictures of himself looking extremely, extremely cool and competent. Some Photoshop was involved. And that's about all there is for plugs about the people in this room. Speaking of the elephant that's not in the room, Pantelis. And that wasn't a big guy joke. I didn't mean it like that.
He's not big anymore.
No, he's looking...
Yeah,
well, he's a big man.
He's tall.
He's a lot of man.
Yeah, but he's not big.
No, but he's very svelte now. He's looking good.
Yeah.
I look sometimes at the old episodes of This Just Thing where I was like...
looks a bit full.
I look like the Crypt Keeper, and he looks like my lunch. And now it's the opposite. Like, I've put on all the weight, and he's lost tons of weight. But yeah, panteliscomedy.com is the website where you can get information about shows, find all the social channels, follow him on there, that kind of stuff. Excuse me. And patreon.com/Pantelis is where you can go to support all the...
Exclusive content early. Yeah.
I take back what I said about him being like discreet and quiet when he enters or exits a room. I like this Baby Driver jacket you have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's old money style. It's waspy.
Yeah, it's waspy. It's because of the color, but I like the overall jackettiness of it.
Thank you.
Do they have it in black? Because I'd buy one.
It's from Zara. I don't know.
They make Poseidon size at Zara.
And the reason
But why wear the pouch under the jacket?
Because he's an idiot.
because it's secretive.
No, it's not secretive.
Yes, it is.
The jacket is
Well, I can see
almost too small on you, and then you put that under, so
No,
you
no,
can't
the
close
the,
it.
The jacket looks
Yeah, I know.
perfect. The jacket
The
looks
jacket,
perfect.
yeah, no, that's what I mean. Almost.
But
like
if you
it's
had
good.
the pouch like on the side,
sorry, I just
I'd be
slipped
like,
into the
that's
mic.
fine, okay. It kind of hides it.
What do you keep in the pouch?
But it's
and
smack
don't say a
in the
gun
middle.
because I know it's a lie.
Don't worry about it.
No, what do you keep in the pouch? I'm serious.
Why?
I'm asking,
His
man.
essentials.
It's what are the Poseidon? What is Poseidon's EDC carry?
What do you have in
I
your
want to know your
bag?
EDC carry. Watch him pull out a
By the
hamburger.
way, you walked over. You walked over a joke I was trying to do. I was saying it like as I'm trying to look old money, so
I
people
walked
know I'm
over it.
racist from a distance.
So I didn't walk over a joke. I walked over a failed attempt at a joke, and I only walked over it because you walked over my fucking thought. You walked in and just started shouting into the mic. So
That's true. That's true. You're right.
reciprocal hate.
That's true.
Okay.
His
What was I
vibrator.
gonna say? I put
His
my
He's got a fucking pocket pussy in there.
I put my butt plug.
Yeah, no, for real. What's your EDC?
My butt plug.
What do you got? You got your wallet, your keys, phone?
No, that's in my pocket.
Phone, wallet.
All that stuff's in his pockets, but he has this giant. Okay, what's in there?
A camera.
Please say nothing.
Is it?
Do
Show
you have
us,
a camera
man.
in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with
Because
that.
I wanted to stay safe. This is the only bag it fits in properly.
Ooh.
It's a Sony camera for vlogging.
Oh, not sponsored by Sony, but we'd happily be, just for the record. What is that? The ZVE 110?
I got some cool action.
It's not that, I know.
It's not.
It's the Zeiss.
It's the Zeiss.
The
That's the lens,
Zeiss,
but okay.
of course.
What else you carry in there? Some extra batteries, some SD cards.
The charger
The charger?
of the camera, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm starting to vlog a little bit more.
But
I thought vlogging was dead.
Are you?
No, people like the
Are
behind
you
the
doing it
scenes
like
Oh, that kind of
freehand?
stuff.
You're holding the camera,
That thing
Yeah,
has crazy
yeah,
or do
internal
you have
stabilization.
an
No.
apparatus?
He has no apparatus. Well, he has one apparatus. He said he has a butt plug in there.
Yeah.
Which I guess in a pinch you can like balance the camera on.
Yeah.
Get
No,
a few
like,
extra inches.
When you shove it in your ass really quickly.
He's gonna ruin this joke.
No,
It was
really
a good joke.
No, really quickly. You tighten up so the shot gets tight.
Well, I mean, if you want to have stable footage and you can speak to any camera operators, the butt clench is essential. It's a very important part of
Look who decided to show up.
it. We have special guests. What's going on?
Of course.
You're shouting, but no one can see what you're shouting
It's
about.
okay.
Neither can we.
You
so.
will see very soon, sir.
Okay.
I got some good action footage of me coming to do the French cast before the Stéphane Fallu French cast.
Okay.
I got some good action shots. I'm gonna transfer them today.
The way he walks in.
Opa!
What
Jesus
happened?
Christ,
Your
bro.
chair
Are
stuck
you
under
guys
the
okay?
table. Welcome. Nice of you to join us
Yes.
today. I didn't expect that. It's a surprise.
I told
But
you guys
nobody
I was-
brought you coffee.
I saw. I brought my own. I knew.
Yeah. We were talking about how svelte you look.
Yeah, the one time we don't bring you coffee, you show up.
He brought his own coffee.
Brought my own coffee, bro. I'm
good,
an adult man.
I'm gonna get up and.
I'm an adult man. Oh yeah, George isn't framed, huh? Yeah, we were just shooting the shit a little bit before we got into the news of it. You got some shit to shoot.
Yeah, I'm here for the news. Where's
No
the news,
shit.
George?
Okay. All right, well, no, straight to business. Okay.
You weren't stuck in traffic, you?
No.
Fuck. No, he lives like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly
I was
tell
stuck
you guys
in
what happened.
parking lot attendant traffic.
I left the house and my wife goes to the gym in the morning, so she was late to come back. I think she forgot I had to leave.
We're doing this again, George.
Oh, hold on. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll make it. Usually takes about an hour. It was around 8.
It takes you an hour to come in.
Around more or less,
Fuck.
depending, 45, between 45 and an hour. So it was around 8:30ish. I'm like, okay, I'll probably still make it, 8:40. I get out of the car, I get out of the house, I put the GPS, I'm like, let me see what's the fastest way. The fastest way to get here, to make it at 9:54, I think, or 55, whatever it said, was to go all the way to the tunnel,
Yeah, that makes sense.
cross the fucking tunnel, grab the 40 service road, not the actual
And
40.
that's what you did?
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
And
I don't
I was
understand.
yelling the whole
I'm
the whole
really
time.
surprised because they both complained about traffic, and
Yeah.
I went downtown this morning and got here with like a 45-minute spare, and I stopped for coffee and breakfast.
Yeah, but what time? I don't. And also, I don't know where the.
Around
fuck
we were on the
this
road at the same time. It
goes.
just
No, sometimes it's fucked up. Like I had to go to the South Shore on Monday. I had to go to the South. I had to go to St. Hubert and then to Laval.
oh, that's a bad drive.
Yeah.
Mind you, you can grab the 13. It's not so bad.
It was nuts.
Is St. Hubert east or west? I always forget.
me today, I got
St.
stuck.
Hubert is a little east.
Yeah. Oh, it's east. Okay.
Shut up,
never
that you
mind.
got stuck in it, Malaka. You live,
live on
8 minutes
Malaka.
away.
No,
Go
no.
fuck yourself.
There's one intersection. There's one intersection, It's where I take the U-turn to come on the other side of not the of
Just
Cremazy.
planted it, bro.
I can't.
Of Cremazy, I got stuck there because of a truck for 5 minutes. The truck was
5
still
whole
free
minutes,
to go.
bro. He pulled the John
Can't
Cena
say
on me,
that
yeah?
when this guy is an hour and a half away, bro.
I
It
have
doesn't
to
make
drive
sense.
to the fucking tunnel.
No, but I literally got stuck at. I usually do get
Oh,
stuck
he
at.
doesn't understand. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't get it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you saw the text. I'm like, where are you guys? He's like, I'm here. I was like, it's fucking John Cena over here.
I like Poseidon is literally like those. It's like I just got divorced, and it's like, yeah, my husband has a headache too. What? What are you talking about?
no, it's about him. Yeah, I have a headache too.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was
get
just
it.
giving an
Sorry
example.
to hear that.
It's
but
not though.
fuck,
I don't
yeah.
know how you don't see
I
that.
had a
It's not an
headache for
example.
5 minutes,
Everyone
bro.
else
It's
sees
the
it.
same.
You don't see it.
5 whole
Holy
minutes.
shit, I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you have an Advil? Fuck.
No,
no, it's
that's
definitely
a solution.
worse.
He's
No,
asking
it's
for a solution. That wouldn't make any sense.
No,
Yo, what kind of news you got?
I understand that it's
Bullshit,
definitely
yeah.
worse for him. I completely understand because he lives
No,
much
you're
further
missing the
away.
point.
You're missing the
though.
point.
You don't completely
It's okay.
understand.
No, I get
That's
the
what
point.
makes it funny. You don't. You
I
got
do.
it
I
too.
do. Yes.
What time
I
did you leave the
understood.
house, out of curiosity? And don't lie.
9:40.
So it's about a 12-minute drive
Got
to
coffees
get
too.
here. He had to get
7
coffees,
minutes.
and he got stuck for 5 minutes. So he showed up at 10 on the nose.
If anything, he should have a day off.
Yeah, I think a week paid, fully paid.
Has anything been going on with your buddy Justice Trudeau?
Oh, fuck.
Justicio.
We'll get to that. But before, since we're talking about traffic, let's start it off really nicely.
With the green line?
You're mayor of Montreal.
Why'd you look at him?
You're mayor. I looked at all of you.
Like he's the only one that voted for.
Like Mayor M-A-I-R-E.
mayor.
M-A-R-E, I mean like...
mayor, the mayor, in an effort to continue in her policy of converting roads into bike paths or reserved lanes for buses, she made an announcement. There will be 4 new reserved lanes. One is
Where?
I'll tell you now. So this, mind you, guys, we're taking out a lane.
Saint Laurent.
Right, we're taking out a lane, and listen to this. So basically what happens is that we're removing a lane, and it's reserved for buses.
Sorry, just to make sure that I didn't misunderstand because he interjected
Yeah.
there. On Saint Laurent, we're talking about
Hold
the
on,
main...
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh,
But before
okay.
we get to Saint Laurent, and
There's
I'll
only
tell you
one
where
lane.
on Saint Laurent, a few. So there's going to be one is going to be on Côte Saint Luc, because
Who cares?
it
Nobody
isn't
goes
hard
there.
enough to get in and out of that place, right?
Wait, a bike path?
It's going to be a bus lane, bus and taxi
On Côte Saint Luc
On
Road
Côte
or
Saint
in
Luc.
Côte Saint Luc?
on Côte Saint
Okay,
Luc.
on Côte Saint
Chemin
Luc
de Côte Saint Luc.
Yeah, yeah.
The
But
other
the
one
Jews
is
take
going
the
to
bus, that's
be
true.
on
They
Provo
enjoy the
Street
bus.
in La Chine, but nobody cares because La Chine shouldn't even exist on the map. And then the
Whoa.
other,
Whoa, George.
Le Taiwan should though.
I saw that. That's a good setup. George really enjoyed that one. It had geopolitical implications. I liked it.
and the other one is going to be on St. Lawrence Street.
knew it.
3.4 kilometers
I knew it.
From where to where?
from Jean Talon all the way down to Cremazy, my friend.
Oh my
knew it.
God. What? No.
Wait, what?
Wait.
In front of the
that.
McDonald's?
From the
That's
castle,
it?
no.
That's so stupid.
That is literally
Yeah.
one of the most dangerous
And-
parts of the city to drive
And
already.
further north between Beauharnois and Sauvé.
Who cares up there? Whatever.
So that's not
That's a Huntsick. That's like dragons live up there.
Okay, I thought they were gonna go the downtown route. That's
It doesn't make
The downtown route already has
downtown.
some part of
There's
it.
there's still
no
a
more
road
space.
downtown.
Yeah, but downtown, if they take out where everybody parks in front of the clubs, where are these kids gonna do cocaine?
I
and
don't
fight?
think they go to clubs on Saint Laurent anymore.
Huh?
I don't think Saint Laurent is like the club place to be anymore for younger kids. I think they just go to like the internet now.
No, I drive up. I see.
There's still people.
Yeah,
I
I drive
just
on the
assume those were
weekends.
like guys our age trying to relive their glory years.
No, I mostly see young people when I'm driving up because I'm further down. I'm at the clubs.
Yeah, on St. Catherine.
Yeah, exactly on.
I mean, I'm not. You're there more at night than I would be, obviously, so you would know.
I'm
You
a,
would see what you saw.
a child of the night.
You are a child of the night. I used to be. I miss those days a little.
Great show, by the way, yesterday that you guys missed at the Bordel yesterday was off the fucking hook. And next week we have our Just for Laughs showcase. So I'm Just for Laughs people are coming, and I'm going to show off the 6 best young comics that I think they need to see.
Okay, I'll come.
So the lineup's going to be
I'll come
great.
to that.
Next
Tuesday.
By the way, we got six
Tuesday,
big
yeah.
ones in the chat from Eric.
6
Just
biggies.
curious, can we get the audio of the last week's show? Feels weird, like YouTube took something from me. Cheers.
Oh no, YouTube didn't take anything from you. It's
We had to cut out the beginning and the end.
It's the same person
Yeah.
who always takes things from you.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the beginning and the end because there's just something fucked up. But you didn't miss anything. Was there anything?
No.
There was
I
no.
mean, at the end, there was a bit of the conversation cut off, but it was, I mean, you'll be fine.
It went nowhere.
Yeah, it's not like you're missing the end of like some crazy show like Lost. Like, you'll be okay. Just,
Le
it's not
Host.
episodic. You can keep watching. You'll be okay.
What's his name? Eric?
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, I mostly made fun of George, so don't worry.
Oh,
and I
that's
can do that again.
gonna happen again.
Yeah. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up, George.
So that's what's happening
not
in the city
making
of
fun, this is
Montreal. So
harassment.
I just felt like that was an excellent way to start, given how I was just fucking stuck
So
in traffic.
a bike
for an hour.
lane on a part of the city
No,
that's
it's
already...
it's a bus lane.
Oh, it's a bus.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
it's
a
a
bus
bus lane. I'm not against that. I think that's okay. That's a pretty busy intersection. Like more
don't know.
buses there.
But
would
this doesn't
serve.
make any sense. It's such a long street, and then randomly for 9 blocks but the rest there isn't. It doesn't
But
make
there's
any
a lot.
sense.
But there's a lot
But
of
it's not a
businesses. Look,
part.
I used to
hold
work.
on. It's not a part. Yeah, it's right near where I used to work, and I drive
It's
there
exactly
often
where I used to work,
because I come
and
from Park
we-
X up to the office.
and
Oh, it's never gonna affect you.
no, but
Because of the times.
But all these.
Wait, what do you mean?
From Park X to the office, why would
No,
this
because
affect
sometimes
you?
I come down Jarry and I come from the back to the office up Saint Laurent. That's where it is. That's exactly where the bus
but that's
lane
your
is.
fault.
No, I'm just saying.
That's like saying there's a fire across the street. I have to come here. I'm gonna go across the
Why-
street to
why
the fire.
Jerry?
Then why would you go to
because
Jerry?
I'm on Saint Roch, and sometimes it's chaos around the inside
Okay, but
Marché
you take-
Central,
okay,
and
but
I
you
hate
ta-
getting stuck at all
okay,
the lights.
But
at
you
Marché.
could literally just cut up through Esplanade and go on Cremazy and do the Yui.
I could, yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying I'm
You're
there.
creating this problem.
I'm not even. There's no problem.
You're
I'm
going
saying
there. Don't go there.
I say I go there. I understand how a bus lane could be useful there.
You know,
Be
the
like
issue-
an American suburban mom. There are blacks there. I cannot go. Think of it
God.
that way. Don't go. Avoid.
The-
but
Avoid.
some moms don't avoid the black neighborhoods.
Those
They go there
moms-
for a reason.
They're down with the hood team.
Hood life.
And the other thing
Hood
is
baby.
all the parking stuff, man. Like
It's
I
the
mean,
parking that's an issue there because you're gonna and there's a lot of businesses right there.
It's
There's
all
a great cafe
businesses.
right there. What's it called? Barstello.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, right
Is it-
there.
is it new?
Great cafe. No, it's
Wait,
been there
on
for
those
years.
blocks from Jean Talon to
There's
to
a few
Cremazy.
random little
Right across the park.
Vigo
Right across the
is-
park. It's all businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, all businesses.
It's all businesses.
There's Mali.
There's that place that sells pianos, which is clearly a front. No one's buying pianos in that neighborhood.
Yeah, and then there's a seniors residence further down,
not a
and there's a
business?
bunch of
That's not a
little
business?
restaurants.
They
all
don't
the
are
way.
allowed to drive those people. It's
Yeah,
fine.
there's not a
They have a
business.
parking lot also.
There's a bank that has its own parking lot. There's what
Mali, there's
used
the
to be-
coffee shop.
There's the
what used to
coffee
be
shop.
the gym, but now it's like some kind of lost and found for
Oh,
Amazon.
for Amazon, yeah. Have you ever been there?
No.
I've always wanted to go check it
Yeah,
out.
all that
You can buy
strip,
pallets
then-
and resell. So
all
I
that
tested
strip.
it.
There's
Can you really? You can buy whatever. So they
here's the
find.
thing.
So I could steal other people's shit.
Well,
Effectively,
you're not
yes, but
stealing.
legally.
You're buying a pallet, and then what you get
Is random.
Is random.
But
You're-
how do
you're-
how do they get them?
It's
Steal them.
lost packages.
lost packages?
How is the
It-
package
It's
lost?
Amazon.
Stolen.
It's Amazon.
Yeah, it's
Anyways,
stolen. It's
A
salvage.
package is lost. How was it lost? It was at my front door, and then when I went to get it, it's not there anymore. And there's a guy running.
I lost
So listen,
it.
so I tested this out. I bought for $25 one item from a pallet. From,
Okay.
uh,
Like a
was it?
surprise
What was it?
item.
like a surprise item.
But it might
could
not be
a
worth
random
25
item.
bucks.
Here's the thing.
It was that
Guess what
pouch,
I got?
wasn't it?
What'd you get?
It was that fucking
Ray-Bans.
Ray-Bans?
Yeah, worth $250.
Nice ones?
I'm gonna sell them for $150.
So you
Oh,
got
they're not
lucky.
nice enough
I
to
personally
wear.
don't like them. They're gold aviators. Yeah, I got lucky.
Gold
They're gold
aviators.
aviators, but they got the pink reflective shit, and I don't like
Also,
that.
they're gaviators.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna sell them to some
Nice.
random homosexual on the internet.
How do you know he's random?
Whoever buys those glasses
I
is
love that that's the question.
fucking guy. Bro.
Homer's like, bro, I'm not random. You said it would look nice on me.
Fucking ripping Homer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, defend your homie, bro.
Defend your homo.
He tried to rape me, bro. You think I'm
What?
what?
Phil?
No.
I'm so confused.
Listen, Phil, I'm gonna tell your wife about what you were trying to do to Poseidon over here.
What? Which part?
Rape Poseidon.
Well, I was just trying to see what's in his bag. He's the one who's brought up butt plugs and
We're
stuff.
already demonetized.
Yeah, oh yeah, we've never been monetized on this show.
No, it's past 1 minute.
You can't talk about getting raped.
Oh.
YouTube frowns upon it. Unless,
Understandably.
what are your pronouns?
Oh, ziggy zag.
Oh yeah, you can talk about whatever the fuck you want, bro. You
Zigzag.
can
My pronouns are zigzag.
Zimzer.
jerk off on stream. It doesn't matter.
Have you ever seen that? It's a great little video that's been circulating. There's a human being
Zigzag.
with like a piercing here, purple hair, big glasses, gold frame, piercing here, a tattoo here.
So a well put together
yeah,
individual.
well put together, very successful. And they say on the video, a man walked into the bar where I work and said hello and asked for my pronouns and said, "You look like a they them." And there's a pause and she's like, or they are. I hate that they were right.
Hold on a second. They
What?
is the goblin.
There's the goblin, yeah. They go. The person I walk in. A man walks in and looks at the goblin and says, "Hi, what are your pronouns? You look like a they them." And the they them person goes, "I hate that he was right."
Oh, that's
And
funny.
I was like, "That's a fucking absolute truth of the universe."
It was like Tolkien's nightmare.
but like, what do you want? Right pronouns, wrong pronouns. When are you happy?
What is wrong with him? Why does he look sad?
He didn't have time to read his news before we started. He always sits.
Am I
and-
derailing your show?
No, it's
not
fine.
at all.
You mentioned Trudeau, and we got to talk about Trudeau because in the previous Houston Trudes.
That's what they call him.
They call him Trudeau.
There's a.
Well,
I'm
don't-
sorry,
yeah,
I'm
let him go,
interrupting.
let him
Go
go.
ahead.
In earlier episodes, we spoke about the Trudeau Foundation and that whole mess of a situation over there. We're
You
not
say
going to.
mess. I say all legal and above board.
Yeah. So okay.
So
It's been 3 weeks now that the information has been leaked to the effect that the Trudeau Foundation was receiving funds from Chinese nationals. And there was some indirect links about
This is
them trying
lunatic
to
shit.
approach Justin Trudeau through the Trudeau
Politics.
Foundation. So Justin Trudeau has been trying for the last 3 weeks to kind of distance himself and say, listen, there's absolutely no link between the Trudeau Foundation and my office. Ever since I became the leader of the Liberal Party, I stopped my involvement with the Trudeau Foundation.
Okay, that seems super specific. So there was links. Keep going.
Obviously.
So he's been trying to kind of, distance himself and the PMO, right, the Prime Minister's office from the Trudeau Foundation. And, this week, La Presse found out because there's l'accès à l'information. So there's a request that you make and they grant you certain information on documents, government documents,
Is that
etc.
I've always wanted to ask you because you've been on the requesting end, I assume. When you were in office. Well, not in
No,
office,
it
but when
doesn't
you
happen
worked?
through us. No.
No, okay, maybe you know anyways.
Yeah.
When you request information, do they really give you everything?
They give you whatever they can.
Whatever they deem.
Yeah, so
Okay.
sometimes you're gonna get it's gonna
So
be
it's not really
redacted.
transparent.
Well, look
Okay.
at what they got. So they requested information to see meetings that happened with Justin Trudeau.
So the minutes.
Yeah, since he became prime minister in 2015, and what they found is in 2016, in the beginning of 2016, so just months after he became prime minister, there was a meeting.
15. Wow, that's a long time.
Well, it just goes to show that there was a proximity between the Trudeau Foundation and Justin Trudeau's and the PMO specifically. So in 2016, from what La Presse found out, was that there was a meeting with the director of the Trudeau Foundation at that time, what's his name, Maurice Rosenberg, and with a bunch of sous-ministres. So these are the people that are running
Sus-ministers.
the ministries in Ottawa, in foreign affairs, patrimoine, innovation, science, employment, social development. So we're talking immigration. So we're talking about 5-6, the pretty important
Okay.
cabinets. They were around the table with Justin Trudeau and people from the Trudeau Foundation. And what they found out was that at the same time, this office where they were holding the meeting was literally next to the office that the Trudeau Foundation has. So there's this whole thing now up in the air to the effect that what the fuck is going on with the Trudeau Foundation? Has it been used as a funnel for all these
Chinese propaganda.
Chinese, or not only the Chinese propaganda? Look
Well,
at
didn't they find police
look at the
stations?
guy that Justin Trudeau went to vacation this past New Year's in Jamaica. Some family friends, which they're family friends, but also he's a major contributor to the Trudeau Foundation, right?
Suspicious.
What about his good friend, the pederast?
Which one?
The
Which
one,
of the many?
The one that they put in jail. The guy that he was roommates with in college.
Oh, the
What's
one
up
that's
with that?
been trending now. The story.
No, it was.
Never heard of
Poseidon
it.
gave it to me like 2 years ago.
Oh,
heard of it.
okay. I'm not sure who you're referring to.
Really?
Hey, he kept taking pictures of jocks of children. Like,
This guy that Justin Trudeau was
Yeah,
One of
roommate
his
with.
homies, yeah.
Look, I mean,
Interesting.
we can't. That would be jumping to conclusions because who knows?
well, no, there were
Yeah.
actually
I didn't
pictures
jump
out
to any
there of-
conclusion. I'm telling you,
pictures
that's what
that he
happened.
had
The guy
taken
got
under the
arrested.
table.
Just asked
but
what about him?
yeah, but
I'm
where's the link with Justin Trudeau? That's what I'm trying
It's
to.
his
just-
best friend. It was his best friend
and
in
he
college.
was
I'm
his
just asking what's up
photographer.
with that guy. Like, are they still in contact? Does he?
Dude, look at all the stupidities this guy does. It's not because you guys are friends that automatically you're associated to the dumb shit he does.
Well, depends
I am
what do.
associated to dumb shit. He
I mean,
does. I don't do them.
I often worry, like when I'm,
That's why there's
especially
a
when I'm
company
reaching out
image.
to new clients, that I'm like, fuck, I'm professionally and publicly affiliated to Poseidon. How is this going to play out for me? My business is in the shitter because of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
they specifically cite him as
Yeah.
a reason for not working
They're
with
like,
them.
look,
Adam Scotty.
your work is great. Adam Scotty's the photographer.
Adam Scott is his photographer.
Yeah, that's
dude.
his friend. He's the one that got accused. No,
No, he
no
wasn't.
fucking
You
Adam
way.
Scotty
There's
wasn't.
no
There's
way,
no-
bro.
no,
Adam
bro,
Scott.
We
you
both know Adam.
This is the second time in 2 weeks when we brought this up, and he's the one who originally had the story. He keeps bringing up the fucking photographer, and I keep telling him it's not the goddamn photographer.
Because you know why? He writes Trudeau's friend pictures groin. So he gets look at him. Look at his face. That's exactly what he said.
No.
Just give random, and the thing is, he didn't even look at the article. He just throws the name. You know that pedophile Adam Scotty? Like he just throws stuff out.
Just be more specific in your search criteria. Like write
I wrote Trudeau's
pictures
best friend
of
was a
kids.
pedophile.
Pictures
Why
of
don't
kids.
you just write Trudeau friend pedophile?
That's what I did.
Oh, okay. No, that's not what you did initially.
He's
No,
lying.
but now I did that.
Okay, perfect. What's his name?
Hold on. What's his name? Christopher Charles Ingvaldson.
Ingvaldson.
Oh, he's
42, a long-term close friend of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, has been found guilty of child pornography charges
Oh, that's not good.
after being caught directing an international pedophile ring.
in a ring.
Yeah, it was this guy. I keep getting. I don't know why I keep confusing.
He
him
went
with
off
a
the ropes and
photographer.
onto
When
a
they
kid.
call it a ring, is it because they circle jerk? George loves the wrestling jokes, huh? They
Off
kill
the,
him. They ruin
off
him.
the top rope and into a young boy.
Well, look, I understand that just because he's associated doesn't mean that Trudeau also. But there is a saying called "birds of a feather flock together."
He's still talking.
Cream of the crop.
Aw.
See, this is a good moment for you to come with, I am a real. There you go. But now I said it, so it's no good.
God, that was
Oh,
funny.
that was good times.
So that's what's happening with the Trudeau Foundation.
He's got one more in the chamber. I see it.
Do it.
I don't think it's.
Just do it.
I don't think this is going away anytime soon. And remember, we were talking about if this
sounded. What? Are you? Was that a name of one of the Chinese spies, Win Tun Sun? What the fuck did it say?
it's going away soon.
That's
Are
good.
we high?
Sometimes I wonder.
fuck, man. What'd
I
you
feel
put in
like the
this
air in
coffee,
here is
dude?
not okay.
And then you blame me for your
What's
failures.
in this coffee?
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I do though.
Shit.
What's in this
Jesus.
cup?
So I don't know. We were talking about when the
man.
story first broke with Phil. We were wondering if whether or not this was going to be the thing that was going to crack Justin Trudeau, or if it was just going to slide right off him like everything
No,
else.
everything. Teflon.
It seems once again that they're kind
is
of
the
getting away
Teflon
from it.
Trudeau. Yeah.
But see, nobody's talking about Chinese interference anymore. None of this shit.
No, I lost
that
faith
goes-
in the general population of the country a long time ago.
That's why I asked what I asked
I think my
before.
dad's in the
Because
chat.
if this is what
Why
came
the
out
N word is flying?
No,
from,
just read one of the comments.
the demande d'accès, and it's so bad. Imagine what didn't come out. Because they always just give us a little problem to worry about. Not
Yeah.
the real problems. Everybody fucking focuses on that.
I-
That's why I
on-
get mad at you when
yeah.
we do these
Well, no, because-
political animal
Look,
discussions.
I also think that there's a lot more information that they have, but don't forget that maybe they're trying to validate it, maybe they're trying to research it more before. So that's why I don't think this story is over. I think there's more that's going to come out. The more they dig into this shit, the more they keep finding, and like, we don't want to jump to conclusions or presume anything, but it
Sure we do.
does seem that this fucking guy was using the Trudeau Foundation as a gateway to access him directly. So it's okay. Who are the donors to the foundation? Okay, let's book a meeting with them, kind of thing. So
Got like a Hunter Biden vibe to it, huh?
No.
A little bit.
no.
Associations with important names, open up business opportunities, minus the crack and stuff.
That was the big thing about the Biden thing. It was the crack of the hookers.
Was it the crack in the hookers or was it the fucking selling information to the Ukraine?
the crack in the
didn't sell
hookers, the
it,
guy
but
can
the
do
guy
whatever
was
he
useless.
wants. The guy
No.
can do whatever he wants because
Yeah.
the story there is that apparently, because we don't know, obviously, he was using his name, his dad's name, to do dealings.
Reminds
in
me of
Ukraine.
someone else I know who used his dad's name to do sketchy dealings with
Well,
foreign
no, this
powers.
guy, no,
Jeez, Justin.
Well, his dad isn't around anymore.
Well played.
So I mean,
Well played. For a second, I was like, "What are you talking about?" But then it all fucking just
Yeah.
clicked. Huh?
Yeah.
let me go to Quebec for a second because last
you go,
week
George.
something huge fucking happened. Remember in the maybe you don't remember, but just to remind everyone, last campaign, the provincial campaign in 2022,
Nobody
and the campaign in 2018, François Legault had one main promise. More so in 2022 than in 2018.
What was it?
Which
I'm gonna
was
stay
the
away from my
third.
sister.
Which was the third.
Focus on politics.
Leave my sister alone.
It's her fault for dressing so sexy.
His main promise was the third link between Lévis and Quebec City.
Oh yeah, that underwater bridge there.
So he wanted.
Yeah.
We had spoken
Oh,
already
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, I remember
He
that.
wanted to
$1 billion.
What 1 billion? 10. 10, and they just
is
threw out.
absurd.
They just threw out that number like that, right? They say, oh, it's gonna be around there because there was no study done. There was nothing done, right? So it was gonna be an underground tunnel. initially, the initial project, with 2 tubes, with cars, trucks,
Like
whatever.
the Little Mermaid.
And this was the main thing. Like a Little Mermaid.
I get it, but how you went there is what I don't get. How you got there.
He was probably watching Disney cartoons. Like, yo, we could have an underwater world too.
Da-da-da-da. So yeah, so all these
En-dessous de la mer, you know, like,
so all these MNAs that
good
get
times.
elected in the region of Quebec, they use this as the biggest thing on their platform to campaign on. Like Bernard Drainville, who was on the radio and he jumped into politics, he became like the poster boy for this thing, you know? And they kept hammering, yeah, we're going to do the third link and it's going to happen. This other guy, Eric Kerr, who also gets elected in the region, he actually put his seat in place. Like, if this doesn't happen, I will resign. Like to that effect, right? It was huge like this. Obviously, he's not resigning, and we're going to talk about him.
Obviously, they just say
Why
shit.
would he? I mean, fuck yeah.
He's got a good pension and
So
shit.
last Thursday, they make an announcement that we're dropping the project because initially when we drew everything up, it was pre-pandemic, and then after the pandemic, we realized that there's not that much traffic, and circumstances have changed, and people are working more from home now. So the numbers all the research that we got back are indicating that
There's no reason for
there's
no
no
long
reason
story
for
short, they're
this.
not doing it.
So they're dropping
And there's
it.
no reason to do it.
They're dropping
was.
it, and this became a huge thing because, like I said before, it was a main pillar in his platform, but also in the region of Quebec, there's this guy by the name of Éric Duhem, who is kind of like what do you call it? I don't know, whatever. I don't know.
Isn't that the guy that showers with his parents?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, bro, he's very clean. He wants it to be clean. What's
Why
your
did you
problem?
not know how to refer to him? He's the leader of
He's-
the
I'm
provincial
sorry,
conservatives.
Yeah, it's more libertarian than conservative.
I mean,
let's
that's
say.
not their
I
name.
don't think
though.
he's libertarian. No.
I actually
so.
heard him on the radio the other day defending the No Drag Queens in School petition that he put out.
That's the opposite of libertarian.
He's right.
In what sense?
If he's protesting an optional show,
No,
That's not libertarian.
his petition is to make sure that we do not allow the government to impose these sort of things, that people
Yeah.
have the option to go. It's a very libertarian approach.
No,
That the
no, it's
government
not.
should stay out of this.
but the government is not imposing it.
Well, it's
No, but they're
happening
coming
in
to the
public
defense
schools
of
and in
it. It's
public
happening in public
libraries.
schools.
I had this conversation because I was asking that you guys are mixing what's happening in America with lap dances.
I'm repeating to
and
you what he said on the
I'm
radio.
telling you right now what happened in Quebec or whatever it was an after school. This is optional at a library.
Yeah.
The library was doing it. They had some dude dressed as a woman.
Yeah.
Reading
stories.
Reading stories. Now, like I said, if it was my kid,
I wouldn't send them.
I'd be like, why would I wouldn't send my kid to see a comedian at fucking 8 years. Like, there's stuff that are for, I wouldn't.
100%.
So I'd be like, okay, it's my kid. But I'm not going to go protest something that's optional. Just don't
Of
fucking
course,
send
yeah.
your kid.
Yeah.
But the way they're making it seem, they're fucking forcing
Did
these
it
kids
only
to be there.
happen in that setting?
It's been
in
guys. It's
Canada?
been happening for years. First of all, okay,
Really?
and yeah.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
I
it's
thought
been
it was a
happening-
relatively
No.
recent
It's been
thing.
happening for years,
Yeah.
and they just suddenly woke up because there's a spillover effect happening in Canada from the U.S.
But the thing is,
And- yeah.
what everyone's mad about, and this I understand why parents are mad, they're seeing the videos of the drag shows where it's like there's children, they're doing lap dance,
They're
where
like
it's
humping shit,
sexualized.
yeah.
So,
It's so not like that,
I
man.
too would be fucking, I'd be like, are you fucking crazy? What are you? Get the fuck
Yeah,
out
no
of here, bro. This
kidding.
guy's dick is in my kid's face. Are you nuts? I'd kill someone. But they're taking that, and then there's a dude dressing up as a dragon. He's like, I'm gonna go read a story. And they're like, get
dragon?
the fuck out of here. Yeah, they dressed very elaborate. They go, get the fuck, and they're protesting, but they go, you're not gonna put your dick in my kid's face. But that's not what he's like. They're doing they're basically protesting the wrong thing at the wrong time.
I see what you mean.
So anyway, Eric Duhem basically during the election and during based on the polls that I was following, he had really good chances of electing 2, 3, 4 people in the area of Quebec where he's very popular. And
Spoiler
because of
alert,
this project, he believes that people voted the CAQ instead of him. And if it wasn't a main pillar in Legault's platform, there may have been better chance for him to get in. So anyways, he's all over the
Okay.
place now.
Maybe to get in, but not to win.
No, not to
Well, to win a few
no,
seats.
impossible to win a
Yeah,
few
that's
seats.
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
yeah.
Yeah, that I'm in.
So anyway, so it's become a whole thing now, and the
So
whole
what is he saying? Because he didn't promise that you should give me back votes?
no,
'Cause
what
that
he's
sounds
saying,
like
no,
something
what
an
he's
exec
saying
would
now,
say.
what he's saying. Look, he's putting pressure now that these people should resign because they won on a promise that they clearly could not deliver. Not only cannot deliver now, but they had this based on what he's
there's
saying
no
is that
need for it.
based on. Well, yeah, that's your argument, but the people in the area believed that they should have it, that they wanted it. Yeah. It was pretty popular, and Legault
People in
sold
most
it.
areas are dumb.
The mayor of Lévis came out fucking fuming. He goes, "You
The
guys
metropolis
fucking,
of Lévis. Go on.
He goes, "You fucking, you promised this," and this is a former liberal, right? Gilles Louis, who then became mayor of Lévis. He actually campaigned with the CAC because of this,
he
this
just
project,
feels lied
right?
to. That's all.
Wait,
Oh,
but what's
yeah.
up with Lévis? Like, are they trapped? Why are they so adamant about
They're
this?
not trapped. It's just that there's no link between Lévis and Quebec. You have to go all the way west to grab one of the two bridges.
Bro,
and then
just
come
build.
back
So why
all
do
the
we
way
need a
east.
tunnel? Just build a new fucking bridge. It's half the
Well,
cost.
that's the
probably.
other thing. There's also the traversier, the boats. So
on,
why don't
let's
you
bring
invest in having more boats come
Fuck
and
the
go?
boats.
Fuck boats, bro.
there's
It's
a need-
2023. Come
if
on.
there's a need to
Dude,
go
it's
across
so
the water,
practical.
build
What are
a
we,
fucking
pirates,
bridge.
bro?
It's so
You know what's
practical.
more
I've
practical?
taken
A
the boat.
goddamn bridge.
I've taken.
He's not wrong.
I've taken the boat across from Quebec to Lévis. It's
Yeah,
like
but
a
why not have a bridge? Why are we even discussing boats?
How would you feel if every morning from Brossard you had to hop on a ferry?
If there was no traffic, and
You
it was
need
convenient,
Wi-Fi for text message. Bro, teach a pigeon to fly a message to your friends.
Very
It's
quick,
fucking
very
crazy, bro.
efficient.
I'm just saying
zero
it's-
carbon footprint.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's the least
Then you eat the pigeon.
costly option. It's the least costly option. Anyways, whatever.
I'm sure
So-
it's not the least
so this-
costly option. There's no way.
The boats?
The boats are. There's no way the boats long term
Versus the bridge?
Long term.
Oh, okay.
Upfront cost maybe, but long term maintenance boats. You need new boats, fossil fuels. Then they got to be converted. Because they're getting carbon
Well,
tax.
you need to
and all
maintain
this
the
nonsense.
bridge. You need to maintain the bridge also. And
Yeah, but you don't need to change it to a new bridge every 10 years.
no, you don't. But maybe
You
I don't
see
know.
what I mean? Unless
we don't-
Quebecois people build
we
it, then
don't-
yes, every 10 years
I
we
don't
need a
know.
new bridge.
We don't know the numbers. But
I'm
in any
just
case,
saying.
it's this huge crisis now on the hill.
Sorry, my only point is we don't need a high-tech underwater tunnel.
No.
No,
A bridge or a boat will do the job.
I agree with you, but the guys,
That's
don't forget that when this came out during the campaign, it became almost a battle between Montreal and Quebec. Remember, even Legault said, "Listen, let the Quebec people worry about what's good for Quebec, and we're not here to tell Montrealers what to do." Remember that whole thing?
I remember, but also my
It
taxes
became-
would build that fucking
Yeah, well,
underwater super
exactly,
tunnel.
exactly.
How about they take that money and they connect Quebec City and Montreal with a high-speed train and then to Toronto and create a whole fucking new economic zone? How about
That's
that?
why I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah,
Like, it needs to happen.
it's in the talks.
The fact that it takes me half a day to get to Toronto still, no matter how I go, is ridiculous.
You know that the super train that they're never going to
the
build. but
bullet train, whatever it's called,
The
yeah.
bullet train.
The Hyperloop.
In less than an hour, you'd be in Toronto from
I think
Toronto,
it's
Montreal.
like an hour and a half, no?
No, it's less than an hour.
Really?
We
That's
we'd seen this.
phenomenal, man.
Which,
Are you talking about the magnet train?
Hyperloop, yeah.
whatever the Japanese have, and it would give you the opportunity, legitimate opportunity, to live in Montreal but to work in Toronto.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Or if you're really smart, also live in Toronto.
Well, no, because then you lose any profit you'd be making.
Why? They
I
have the
feel
same
like that
tax
would
bracket
also
as
make
us,
a
no?
lot of people come back
Toronto?
to Montreal.
Ontario and
Toronto's one of the most expensive cities on the,
Oh, to
on,
live
on the
in.
planet.
Yeah, yeah. I thought you
But
meant
you
in terms
get
of
paid
taxation.
more. But it goes you get paid more in
So you
Toronto.
live here.
You live here,
Lower
so
cost
you
of
live
living.
lower cost of living, but you get better wages than Montreal.
Montreal's
You'd
not
be
doing
awesome.
that
you-
great
do
in
you-
cost of living
but
anymore. It's
would
getting
you-
up there with
but
Toronto.
would you
Starting.
It's not getting up there with Toronto.
Vancouver and Toronto are still on another level, but we're not where
We're
we were a
climbing.
couple years ago.
We're climbing. It's climbing.
Everyone's climbing, but so are they. We're not reaching.
Yeah,
like we
yeah,
can't
yeah,
cleim
sure.
and be like,
But
we're the
here's the-
same rates they were in '96. They're,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
climbing way ahead of us.
In that situation, though, would you get taxed in Ontario or Quebec since you're getting?
Well,
taxed
you get taxed where you live.
Where you live, yeah, where you
Really?
declare.
Okay.
And if you're smart, you live 90 days in Dubai and you pay no taxes because you're a tax citizen of Dubai. And you take the Hyperloop.
That's not how that
across
works.
the
This would change the
I
game,
know.
like
That's
a
not how
high
that works.
speed.
Oh,
High
just so
speed
we all
rail.
know.
It's one of these tax,
take
one
the
of these tax
Hyperloop.
bros.
If you do want to,
You take the
Yeah,
Hyperloop.
that's
if you
across
no,
the
but,
Atlantic.
no, but if you do wanna not pay taxes and live in Dubai, you could, but you have to renounce your Canadian citizenship. And my buddy did it for a couple of years when he worked in Dubai, and he kept all his money. And then when he wanted to come back to
You
Canada,
have to declare it.
you could just you don't declare what you made when you weren't a citizen, and then when you want to come back, you can get your citizenship again. But you have to denounce your citizenship.
It's a whole process, though.
Yeah.
It's not that simple, I know.
But if you're bringing revenue in, let's say whatever money you made over there, and if you're bringing that
You're
money
not bringing
in here,
revenue, and you made your revenue. It's not.
Yeah.
That's just your money. That's in your accounts.
And- okay.
When people when you go on vacation to Greece isn't like, yo, what kind of revenue you bringing in from your bank accounts? That doesn't make
No,
any
he
sense.
means when you come back to apply for citizenship.
But that's
yeah,
not how
your,
it works.
Your assets are not
Yeah.
taxable at that
You
point.
can't like Canada can't tax people who moved here on shit that they made.
Like
in their
I'm a
country for years.
millionaire from wherever, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I want to live in fucking Montreal.
They
That's
can't
what's it.
retax
They're
you.
not going to retax
They
me.
could only tax you on stuff
when
that
I
you
start
make
to
from
generate
them. Yeah.
new revenue, then they'll tax me. Yeah.
By the way, a high speed train would change up the game completely. People would live more out. Real estate would come down slowly.
What?
He just joined the conversation.
What?
he's fucking lost.
That's what we were talking about.
No, you guys were talking about work-wise, but you never mentioned
No, we
real
mean-
estate.
No,
You
he
could
said it
live
would be
in-
amazing to live in Montreal and go work in Toronto.
How far?
Yeah,
is
but no,
Can
I
you do me
mean,
a favor?
people
How
in
far is
general, if
Toronto in
they
kilometers?
built a system,
What?
about
Sorry?
485.
Let me finish. Yeah.
About 400, like if they built a really good system, like people would live more.
Why'd
on
you
the
say
outskirts.
485?
Because I know, I calculated on the regular.
Oh,
No,
45
what is 45?
kilometers.
That's how far it is?
I think so.
Oh, you were answering my question because
Yeah,
you
I
did
was.
that in the middle of a thought and I was
Oh,
confused.
I'm sorry.
It's he's like an octopus.
So 485, like look, even the non-super crazy trains, like the ones they have in Europe, like Spain, for example, the
like a
Renfe,
like a TGV.
the Renfe goes at like 390 kilometers an hour. Like I've taken it, it's fucking fast.
Yeah.
That's like an hour
But
and
we've
a half.
spoken about it already. There's something in the works.
It's not in the works.
No,
It's not in the works. It's
in
being
the
discussed.
books,
It's
yeah.
being discussed.
How far? It's like 700 kilometers, no?
I thought it was close to 7 hours.
542. 542. Sorry, I made a
542.
mistake.
We'll split the
I
difference. and
confused it
agree.
with something else. But the high speed trains, I think it would take like 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah, it's
That's what I
fast.
said. It's under
It's
an hour. yeah.
I mean, it's still good though.
Well,
Dude, it took me over an hour to come
But
to
that's what I'm
South
saying.
Montreal.
You'd get to Toronto faster. You'd get paid more for working there, and then it would take you the same time to get back home at night as it would for you driving home. But you have more money. You have more money, and you live
crazy.
cheaper.
Yeah,
It's
this-
amazing.
This would be a
But
very
even
good
if you
thing.
don't-
But even
But
if
the
you
powers
don't
that
work
be-
there or whatever, just okay, let's go out.
By the
tonight.
way-
let's go to Toronto.
You could go drinking in Toronto for the
Well,
night.
you could do that now if you want. If you have a helicopter or whatever. That's
Yeah, that's true for sure. Yeah, I forgot about that.
By the way, it's so funny. A car, it takes 5.5 hours. By train, it takes 5 hours, 18 minutes now.
Bullshit.
To go
By
to
train,
Toronto.
it takes almost 6.5 hours. I did it
It's all the
recently. They
stops.
always
Oh,
stop.
that's what.
That's
And you
weird.
get stuck. You know why? Because rail traffic, I didn't know. My wife told me about this because she works in that industry.
Oh, yeah, it's
Rail
via
traffic, freight traffic, like cargo, takes priority. So you have to wait for all those trains to pass. Not like
it depends the times though.
Always.
I think
Oh, really?
during
We
rush
need-
hour.
well,
freight always takes precedence over passenger.
So, which makes sense. So
It
what
does
we
make
need,
sense.
so what we need is our own like rails just for the bullet train.
It would have to be a separate system.
it's
but
a
look at the
separate
REM. The REM was built on the promise that it would solve that problem because it has its own tracks.
What's REM? The thing that they've been building those fucking.
The
It's
tram
opening.
cars.
It's
go to
opening.
West
The
Island?
tram
It's-
fucking
the
cars.
first station is opening now.
The only people who
first
care
station-
about the REM
the first
are
trains to
bro-
work, you need multiple stations.
The first.
You
the
can't
fir-
go anywhere.
The first.
You get on, you go to the
Like
end,
I
you
have
come back.
arrived, bro. You're like 6 years
The
early.
first phase. The first phase. So
first
from
phase,
South
yeah.
Shore to downtown. It's
South Shore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's two stops.
It's
South
basically
Shore,
the
and
West
then the other
Island
one is
South
on
Shore.
I
Peter.
have a
West-
question because the West Island might not work for them because the West Island they haven't built. You heard about this? They're not building any parking.
No, zero.
So people in the West Island said, "I'm not using this train. If I have to take a bus
No, but
to go to the train station,
one,
and
a
then
bunch
pay,
of
I'm
the
not doing it."
stations.
Apparently,
like one
the
of-
REM can't even run in winter.
What are you
we
talking
don't know
about?
that for sure.
don't
yet.
know that for
We'll
sure.
find out next year when we're laughing.
We're gonna find out.
I've been
for
seeing
sure,
them
sadly.
doing tests all.
over winter.
No, it's well.
Look, I know that one of the stations in the West Island is at Fairview, like Cadillac
yeah.
Fairview. So the parking lot is the parking lot. The other two, I have no idea. But there's also, you know, where
Where's
that
the other
big
one?
movie.
Vaudreuil. It's going
the
to
other one-
Saint-Anne. It's going to
It's
Saint-Anne.
where the big movie theater is, Coliseum. So there too, there's a parking lot.
Oh, there's going to be a stop there.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken, because my daughter used to do gymnastics up there,
Brag.
out there. Not a brag. It was really far and annoying to go to. It looked like they were building a station there. To me, anyways. I mean,
Yeah, they
unless
always
it was
look
just
like
like
they're
an
building something.
interchange, like maybe a switch on the
They're
line.
always
I don't
fixing
know.
something there.
That's a
No,
great
have you been
project.
out there?
though.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
a-
massive.
Yeah,
it's like
huge.
all along the highway. If I lived in the West Island, I'd be pissed.
It
though.
looks like the remnants of an ancient civilization.
Yeah. Or
See, but
old
we-
New York
But
has
see,
fallen
we,
on
but
us.
see, we spoke about this, and I had the director of what is it called?
Jurassic Park?
No, the CDPQ there. Infra,
Not a good
the,
plug for your
the
po-
Caisse de
podcast,
Dépôt
George.
Infra.
You're not doing a good job.
And it's Harut. He's the director of this whole project, basically.
Harut Harkanyan?
Chitilian. He
Chitilian?
He used to get elected as a city councilor.
Yeah, I remember him.
in,
An Armenian?
in Huntsville. Yeah, great guy.
Harut, yeah. What else would he be?
So I had him on early on while they were building, and we spoke about the project and all that stuff, and I was really thrilled. And he showed me the designs and everything, and it looked nothing like what
There
they're
was
doing
never
now.
any mention of that fucking
no
rail.
cables, nothing. I thought this is fantastic. I in my mind it was gonna be like the metro. They're gonna have like the electric rails, and the train was gonna kind of just drive on. I don't know.
I was having this conversation with Anna the other day. I go, why did we need a ramp?
looks
Couldn't
so
they have just
fucking
extended the
ancient.
metro
We
to
need-
go
we need
above
to-
ground like the fucking
Like in Greece.
like in Greece or like in New York or in Boston? But meanwhile, the metro line has been closed because the fucking tunnel cracked.
No, I asked
the
on
green
stage
line,
yesterday.
yeah.
I asked on, was it still closed? And they told me no.
Only one
But then
station.
yeah,
is
then I
closed.
realized I asked. I go, did any of you take the metro here? And everyone's shaking
No.
their head. I go, so we all drove here. I go, none of us really know. I go, is it closed? No one knew.
The Green Line is all of downtown. More
We
or
need to
less, right?
tear
It's an
everything
important-
down and rebuild everything.
No, we're not going to blow up the
No, we're
city.
not going to
bro.
do that. It'll fall in on itself.
Fucking
It's
Hitler
fine.
tactics over
I
here.
know. It's fucking shit.
We need to start with Coach San Luke.
Anyways, so just to finish up on the story, Legault, he came out and said that he won't apologize.
Why do you hate the
He said, I
Filipinos?
cannot apologize for something that I did to benefit the Quebecers.
He should have stopped right there.
Yeah, we made-
I cannot apologize for something that I did. Next question.
Yeah, because
You know what that is?
Because in his mind, they made the responsible decision to backtrack rather than going forward on something that is
I tend
useless.
to very
So
in a
good
like,
for you. You
isolated
realize
event,
you were wrong and you're correcting it, but at the same time, you fucking won 90 seats, at least 15
George,
of which
he didn't win those
on
because
lies.
of that. First of all, for the first time ever,
Quebec,
I agree with
City,
him. I
Quebec-
agree with
Quebec
him.
voted for that, yeah.
Quebec
Quebec
City was-
voted to get rid of the others.
No, he was already in charge.
I don't mean the other party. I mean the other.
No, he was he was already. He was reelected.
I know he was
yeah.
reelected, but that's why
No,
they
that was
reelected
no.
him.
I remember that was the big thing, and I was so pissed off because I go, "You're forgetting everything he did to us. That was shit. The curfew, all that. You're forgetting
You really
everything
think
for a
it comes
stupid
down to something
tunnel."
so simple?
I don't think it did. It was known.
It was
I don't
the.
know.
It was the biggest
it
thing.
was
That's why I
the-
was freaking out.
it was the
I
only
remember
thing.
having this
I go
conversation
for
here
a
with
fucking
you. Yeah.
stupid underground tunnel
But
that's
if you
never
think
going to
of it,
happen.
But if you think of it, here are his main promises ever since he became prime minister. So in 2018, his main platform was the tunnel, the garderie 4 ans, maternelle 4 ans,
Oh
whatever,
yeah, what happened with that?
and
Getting there, but not
the maison des aînés. He wanted to do the
never
senior.
happened,
So
we killed them all.
So those three things.
Problem
were-
solved.
None of these things. He backtracked on the tunnel. The maternelle 4 ans, they realized that it's too expensive. And last week, the Maison des Aînés, they're thinking that maybe it's not going to be worth it anymore.
Okay, so here's my
So his
question.
main campaign promises.
10
What the
10
fuck?
billion. So somehow, theoretically, this was a random number. It was probably a low number. They found 10 billion theoretical dollars for a bridge.
Yeah.
10 billion. But they don't have money for the daycare. Said that's too expensive. And they don't have money for the old folks, which is also expensive.
Also, just a
but
They had
both,
this extra money.
But both combined should not go more than $10 billion.
Nope.
I'm not sure.
So then what are we talking about here? What's going on?
So also, just to add to this, don't forget that a couple years ago when Justin Trudeau implemented his national daycare policy, remember the free daycare? Like he based himself on what's happening in Quebec and he copy-pasted it across Canada, which is a fantastic program. Quebec already had it. So
they asked
Legault
for
said,
money.
Legault said, listen, we already have it. Give us our money. And Justin Trudeau said, I'll give it to you under the condition that you invest that money in family, right? In family care, in
Yeah.
daycares. And he's like, no, I want the money, no conditions.
I remember that.
And he got it. So where did that money go?
You have to respect them a little bit. First, you're being like, yeah, no, just give me the money.
No conditions.
No
Well, there
conditions.
has to be some conditions. No, there hasn't.
Yeah, sorry about that. So anyway, so that's what's happening. We don't know if this is the beginning of some cracks within his caucus. Does it mean that he's finally, after 6 years or whatever, 5 years that he's been in power, is that honeymoon period going to kind of
The
start?
honeymoon lasted long.
Oh man, longer than ever than anything I've seen. Usually it lasts
Not
about
really
a year and a
it's
half.
not really a honeymoon at this point. It's like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Sure, we were like forced to be confined with him for the pandemic.
Okay, next topic. Since we're in Quebec,
Well,
and this is like fucking, I don't even know how to bring this up. Remember how last year or a year and a half ago when the Liberals completely messed up Bill 96 in committee? Remember that whole language bill? And then they made an amendment, and then they
late,
they
yeah.
regretted it, so they made an amendment to change their amendment. It was so
They
embarrassing.
amended
Yeah.
the amendment.
Yeah,
I remember.
So
And they consulted no one.
I don't know who they
They just-
consulted.
no, they consulted no one.
Zero.
Yeah.
They consulted nobody. Even within their caucus, they had no idea how to position themselves. Finally, it came out and they had to backtrack, whatever. It was a whole mess. And behind the scenes, I can tell you that many liberals were frustrated and they said, you know what, yeah, we made a mistake. We should have a clear position on where we want to go, blah, blah, blah. So that was a year and a half ago. Fast forward to last week. There's a bill now that is being examined in committee. It's Bill 12. We're not going to go into the details, but whatever. And there's a lot of legal jargon in this bill. And the Liberals thought, hey, it would be a great idea. Oh, we spoke about it last week. To eliminate mère porteuse. So,
Oh, yeah. Oh, you weren't here. You'll enjoy
what is
this
that?
if you haven't heard about it.
a surrogate mother, the term surrogate mother,
Mère
to
porteuse,
change it to
not woke enough.
personne porteuse,
There you
go. Oh, yeah, I
surrogate
remember this.
person. And as soon as I saw that come out, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? So Simon-Jolin Barrette, who's the Minister of Justice and he's in charge of this bill, completely smashed the Liberals. They're like, listen, we're not, first of all, we passed the motion, because he was so smart. He passed the motion the week before in the House that the Liberals voted in favor of, highlighting the importance of women and how women give birth and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So intelligent. And then the week after, in committee, when they're examining the bill, the fucking stupid Liberals come out and say, let's change the terminology. So the guy's like, we just passed a motion that you agreed that women give birth. What's the difference between, why would you want to change it right now? And he was
By the way, this is I was reading something. We have all the signs in North America of a legitimate
The sign?
fast road civilization decline.
Sure.
100%.
And one of the main things is towards the end of a big civilization with decline is rules that
become-
were normally
Social
like
norms.
etched in stone, murder, this and that. The second you start going lenient on it, the civilization's fucked. And in the States, that's a big thing that happened in the big cities. They started letting criminals out without bail. People return criminals that keep murdering people, bro, and they keep finding stuff. So that's all going down. The fact that women, bro, they don't exist anymore. It's like, shut up, bitch. I'm gonna fucking play basketball against you and beat the shit. Like, it's crazy. All these. Yeah, no, but it's fucking crazy what's
Expressed.
happening, and we're allowing it to happen. And then the excuse is always, oh, but what if that person feels bad? What if that? But it doesn't make sense. The way we should protect the person's feelings is that you don't attack a specific person. If someone's trans, you don't attack them for being trans. That I'm with. But to then say because this person is trans, ladies, you don't fucking exist anymore. There's a made up concept is insane.
So this is the issue that I see is that I get your argument that you want to be fair with everyone, but in doing so, you're you're discriminating against women.
Yeah, which is
Like
half
you
of
are
us.
completely. So anyway, so
It's crazy that they made so much like progress. They got what they needed, what they deserved, what they wanted, and then all of a sudden they lost it all.
Yeah.
So what
Like,
happened
and no one
now?
talks
So what
about
it.
happened in
It is kind of
committee?
funny.
So what happened in committee? So Simon-Jolin Barrette
It's not lost on me.
already embarrasses the Liberal guy, André Morin. He's the new guy that gets elected in Acadie here in your neck of the woods. And he's like, listen, we passed the motion. Are you sure you want to bring this discussion up? Because we're not going to accept it. He goes, but we're in committee. This is the point. If you want, you can table an amendment to the thing and we'll examine it. And they fucking do it. He said, okay, he goes, yeah, we'll proceed with an amendment. No problem. Send in your amendment. It gets fucking rejected.
Obviously.
They get embarrassed even more. And this morning in the news, the interim leader, Marc Tanguay, comes out and says, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. Our goal wasn't really to diminish women. And had we known that this was going to be the reaction
Did
to
he
this,
say that exactly? Our goal wasn't really to diminish
our
women?
goal wasn't to.
But some of these arguments that they make,
invisibiliser, to-
yeah, but some of the arguments that they make are lunatic arguments. You know what the argument is?
His
They
argument is
go,
like, if had we known that it was
No,
going to
no,
have
no,
this
no.
effect, we wouldn't have done it.
Forget that.
How about
They-
don't do it in the beginning?
But that's
Malaka?
the argument of doing it in the beginning. You heard what they say. They go, well, no, you can't say that women give birth. Why not? Because there are some women who don't. But it's like, but that's not the way we talk, and that's not the way we socialize. That's not the way because if he's born, Poseidon, how many fingers you got on your hand?
10.
How many fingers
count.
do human beings have on their hands?
10.
10, right? You know there's people that are born with none or with 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not gonna stop saying that human being. It's fucking insane. It's
Yeah.
fucking
Because
insane to do this.
you basically average out the norm.
Guys, let me tell you something
Even
else.
the norm is no longer acceptable
when
as a term.
When I saw this come out, I texted, I'm not going to say names, but a member of the caucus. And I said, what the fuck is going on here? Have we learned nothing? And this person says, George, honestly, the CAC is making too much out of this. It's not at all what we intended to do.
Shut the fuck up.
Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I understand that, but then why present an amendment? And the person's like, yeah, I'm not so sure how we got there. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. This opposition is completely lost. So and this happened before this article came out, where this guy had to come out and say, we're sorry, we messed that one up.
But why
So
are people scared to tell the truth? That's what I don't understand.
That's what I don't understand. What
The
is
truth-
happening in caucus?
There's nothing wrong with saying, yeah, man, there are men, there are women. What's wrong with saying, if you're out there and you're hating people, you're fucking trans. Okay, I get that. That you should be worried about being an asshole. But
No, but guys,
to just say the truth, yeah, women give birth. How is that a secret?
No, but the other thing
I guarantee you something. 100. This is. By the way, please check the statistics. I might be wrong. 100% of the people
This should be good.
that were arguing that were all born of a woman. Yeah.
That's quite likely. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure 100% of those cocksuckers were born of a woman. You double check the fucking statistics.
And this is the other thing that is worrying me. Before any of these types of decisions are made, there's discussions in caucus. Okay, guys, today what's on the program? Or this week we have this bill, that bill. What's the position? What do we do? Or at least I hope that's how it's done, because that's how it used to be done. I don't understand. You're electing someone. You're sending someone up in Quebec City that is sitting in this caucus, discussing these sort of things. And my big question mark is, what the fuck is happening in caucus right now? When this is brought up, is everyone saying, "Oh, that's a great idea"?
They're just dumb.
What the fuck, man?
Because no one is actually trying to get elected or remain in office or keep their seats based on policy anymore. It's all a question of, okay, what do people want me to say so they'll like me?
No,
so I can
there's
seem cool.
Even
So I
worse.
can seem woke.
They're scared. They go, which side won't really bitch?
I mean, the two things are not mutually exclusive. It's the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. I wish it was the same thing. Because they're scared about getting bitched at, so it doesn't even matter about getting votes. Even if the majority is like, no, this is stupid, they're gonna be like, yeah, but they're not gonna yell at me. If I say
That's true.
that men don't get pregnant, these guys, even if there's less, they're gonna fucking go crazy.
Look,
I
to be honest,
gotta be
I've
careful.
said things on this show that 5 years ago I would have never even batted an eye at. Like, women have babies. Only women can have babies. I would have never even thought twice about it. Now I say something like that, I'm like, I wonder if this is going to come back. I think about it. I go, I wonder if this is going to come back to bite me in the
Lunatic
ass.
stuff it's just true.
It's just true.
The
It's
sun is hot.
objectively true.
The sun is hot. What if it identifies
As
as being? It doesn't
lukewarm.
matter. It's fucking. That's the. So you can't just change the definition. Anyways, it's fucking crazy. I'm getting pissed off now.
Jorge Rosales dropped $2.20 in the chat.
He splurged
goes,
on the 20s, huh?
Super woke equals a dangerous path.
I don't think I'm super woke.
A dangerous
I think you're
path.
super woke.
A dangerous path that must be stopped.
I believe he meant must.
Yes.
But I like that you
read
wanted to
it
make
as
sure
it
you
was
read it
written.
as he paid.
'Cause he didn't take any creative liberties with it. I appreciate that.
I don't think I'm super woke.
I think
I
you're
think I'm
beyond
being
woke.
reasonable, right down the middle.
I think if you are woke, it's like a hilarious, like, it's the irony. It must not be lost on everyone, because the woke, and to use the term as they
asleep.
use it, are asleep. They're fucking asleep.
Yeah.
Asleep at the
Just tell the
fucking
truth. There's
wheel.
no problem. You can be you without taking away something from someone else.
And you can be any version of you that you believe to be
Without taking something
without
away
needing
from,
validation from other
But
people. Just
that's
be
the
what
thing
you
I don't
wanna
get
be.
is, why do you want to take something away from someone else? That's the only thing that really pisses me off. It's like, no, they can't be women anymore because I'm a woman. No, they're women. You transitioned. You could be a trans woman, but there's trans in front of it because there is a difference. That's the difference. That's it. And we end there.
Since when did we start hating hyphenated titles?
I like hyphenated titles.
I'm a Greek Canadian.
But I don't understand anyways.
It's
So stupid.
You know why we try to have this conversation? We both get frustrated and we end up going, I don't fucking know, because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, and it fucking pisses me off.
I'm scared
We're
for
like
my
a bunch
kids.
of old dudes
I'm
at a
super
cafe.
scared for my kids.
Huh? No, a bunch of old dudes at a
Sometimes
cafe.
I think about that too.
No, a bunch of old dudes at a cafe don't want they don't accept trans at all. They're like, that's not a real one. That we don't fucking.
That's a
talk about."
generalization.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure some of them don't give a shit and have had their fun
No,
times
they
with a few
give a
trans
shit.
girls.
That's not what we're saying. We're saying fucking
Like Ronaldo.
People exist.
Old Ronaldo.
It's okay for people to exist. It's okay for people to be themselves. I'm not trying to take away something from someone that exists. What I'm saying is I don't want them to be the only way I can exist if we tell all these other people to go fuck themselves. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that is not valid.
You know
that's
what
crazy.
You know what really frightens me?
Yeah.
Because I follow a few like scientific publications where I get news about
Wow,
like
look at you,
discoveries.
smart man.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, people read stuff, man.
I read a lot of science journals. Yeah, it's interesting to me.
I was being
And
condescending.
a lot of archaeology stuff because I'm into it, right?
It's cool.
And I keep seeing this fucking article, I'm sure you've seen it, about how they discovered a Viking warrior from like, I don't know, 3,000 years ago
Oh my
who may have
God.
been non-binary. Shut the fuck up.
Non-binary is the real thing. You can identify as a lobster if you want, but you're not really a lobster. You're
up.
binary. You exist. You're binary.
There's that great joke, like if 100 women enter a cave and get locked in, and 10 years later you open the cave, what do you find? The skeleton of 100 women.
Okay.
If 100 trans women walk into a cave and get locked in, what do you find 100 years later?
Skeleton of
100 dudes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
what it is,
Because
yeah.
genetics and biology is an absolute truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no problem with it. I have zero identify, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit, bro.
I like when people say stuff like that. That's problematic.
It's not problematic. It's the truth.
problematic.
The truth.
You know,
If the
it's the
truth
truth.
is problematic,
You're
the
the problem.
civilization is done.
If the truth is problematic, you're the truth.
There was
Hey,
one of
you're
those.
the
There was
truth.
one of those videos circulating that like it comes into your feed and you know
From a
how-
scientific publication, also.
No. This is a guy that's
Another
that-
smarty pants in the room.
This is a guy that's given a lecture, and he's obviously one of these guys that is like, you're a man or a woman, like that's it. You know what I mean? So you have all
normal
these,
person.
Yeah, a normal person. So you have all these kids now in the crowd that all these fucking woke kids.
Was it Matt Walsh with the beard?
Were they yelling?
Oh, I think it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
him.
Okay,
yeah,
go on.
He did a documentary. What
Go
is a
on.
woman?
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
So
He pissed
there's
everyone
this
off.
trans.
He did piss everyone off, yeah.
There's this trans man.
Human?
Yeah, whatever. And he's arguing that no, it's not like that. Blah, blah. And he asks him, "What are you studying?" And he's like, "I'm studying."
Gender studies.
No. He's trying to be a fucking what are they called, dude? The paramedic.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I've seen this video.
Isn't
It's
it
phenomenal.
fucking funny? He's like, "Wait, you're studying to be a paramedic, right?" Okay, so let's say you get an urgent call to the house. You rush to the house, and the person there, the man, is telling you, "Rush me to the hospital. I'm
in
about to
labor."
give birth." What do? You know what I
And,
mean?
yeah, the
It's
face
so
of the-
fucking
and the
funny.
because you're unless you're terrible at your job, right? But if you're good at your job, you'll be like, well, if you're a man, like there's another problem. And he's like, no, I think it's because I'm pregnant. He's like, it's fucking. And he's like, well, in that case, and he didn't know what to say, but it was a brilliant question for the bearded Walsh to ask because like that's
Bearded Walsh. I don't know why.
but
I love
literally because he's a little too excessive. Like he doesn't have a lot of leeway, but
he doesn't. Yeah, he's
But-
a bit rigid.
But that's literally the argument. It's like, guys, yeah, we could play make believe for a bit, this, and that, but if you're planning on changing society, that's insane, bro. That's we can't just. If you have a bullet wound, I can't just say no. It's a glory hole. It's fine. No, I gotta take care of a fucking bullet wound. I can't just bullshit that it's something else. I gotta take care of what it is.
Yeah, and at the same time, you walk into a a doctor walks into the appointment with the patient who they don't know in a walk-in clinic, and this woman has all the signs of testicular or prostate cancer. What do you?
I'll do you one better. The opposite. A fucking pregnant.
Yeah,
Fucking 9 months about to explode.
yeah.
Yeah, we should probably check. You have an ultrasound, see if the baby's
Do a
about to
pap
come.
smear.
I'm a dude, bro. I can't get pregnant. It's like, yeah, but
I mean, that seems a bit excessive. I think they know when they can get pregnant. I don't think
No, I'm
anyone
saying
exists
if you-
like that.
what do you mean? If you're a woman who transitions to a guy and you're like, guys can't get pregnant?
You think there are people who are that dysphoric, who they
What do
truly
you mean? There are
believe
people
they
who
know
it's not just it's not just
there's
guys
a
that turn to
couple-
women. There's
No,
women.
no,
that
I
turn-
know, but you think I mean, even trans
just saying-
men, I think they know they can still carry
There's
a
a
child.
couple-
No, dude, but the whole it's not for regular trans people. This is for extremists that because it's not dude. We already had this. I invited a trans comic on the podcast. We could talk about this. The majority of trans people are not fucking extremists. They're like, no, this is fucking insane. The problem is
Like every other group in the world.
in the media, all they show you is insane people. And then if you've never met anyone that's trans, if you're not, in your head, you think, oh, they're all fucking crazy. They're all this, they're all that. But it's not the way reality is. It's just like what they did with Muslims after 9/11. All they were showing on CNN was people parading in the Middle East, old videos, by the way, saying, oh, fuck, every Muslim hates Americans and they love that this happened and they're celebrating it. And then people were like, oh, these fucking Muslims, which wasn't the case. Most Muslims were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why would we want people to die? But they do the same. They do the same thing
They
with
would
the
do
trans
the
now.
same shit, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty easy formula to understand.
Because the trans, if you want to find a crazy trans person, it's fucking easy because it's visual. You know what I mean? You could go to a place and be like, oh, this fucking person. So they get them on camera and then they go, the trans community. It's not the trans community. It's one fucking guy who's saying crazy shit.
Yeah, or girl, or whatever.
What would you guys do if you send?
I
your
wouldn't have sex with them.
No, you send your kid to school, grade
Anymore.
one. Grade one. This is the introduction, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this
Is
is
something that's happening to you?
no, not to
going
me.
on?
It's
Okay.
happened. It's
Okay,
happening.
let him go. I want to see where it's gonna go. This grade one.
You know,
He's
you
interested
put,
in
you
the
put
young
your kid in
kids.
grade one. This is the beginning, right? It's such a like this
Formative
introductory-
period.
Yeah. I mean, you want it to go smoothly. Technically, it should go smooth for those kids. They're in grade one. They're learning how to read, how to write. And then you have a fucking psycho teacher that is just yelling, threatening
What?
the kids.
Bro, I was a
For
substitute.
what reason?
Just like that because you're a psycho.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a trans question.
Oh, this
okay.
happened?
Yep. It's happening in Saint-Marc-sur-le-Lac. There's this teacher who's been working in this school over there for 4 years.
Wait, what age? Kindergarten?
This is
Grade,
grade
one.
one.
6 years old. My daughter's age.
Grade
Okay.
one. So a parent whose kid was coming home saying she's yelling a lot to us and I'm scared, blah blah. He put a recorder in this kid's bag, and
I like it.
He has a recording of the fucking teacher not yelling like fucking out of her mind.
Really?
Out of her mind, you know?
What was she
go-
yelling?
She was just yelling at the kids. I don't know. They just have the clip of her just fucking yelling. You understand me? Ah, c'est fini. Like just yelling.
I used to have teachers like that, but
Me too,
when
yeah.
I was young, nobody cared.
I had a teacher that beat us, but different times, I guess.
Tira la nari.
Well, I never touched
never
us.
touched anyone.
Never touched anybody.
Really?
She
was so frail.
Your ear, maybe.
Keep going.
Anyway,
The
whatever.
ear, yeah, I got the ear.
But you had the guy.
Of
You had,
course.
yeah.
Andrew, man. Yeah.
Did you get
Yeah,
orange
he used to
peels?
beat
I-
Orange peels?
No.
He beat the shit out of my sister too, I think.
Yeah, your sister got it because she was in my class. I remember that.
And parents used to be for it.
Parents
My
used to be like,
parents
what the
too.
fuck did you do?
Yeah, the parents.
Yeah.
If you got a beat.
But this is but he had grade 5s and grade 6s. At that age, you know, you should have
Yeah.
half of brain.
But also-
in grade 1 where you don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
is happening and you have a
babies still.
psychopath like this, and this apparently was happening for 4 years. So now everyone is like, "What the fuck?" If
fire
it's
the
been
teacher
happening
if
for
there's a
4
video
years,
recording.
so they suspended the teacher now. The teacher has been suspended. But the question is, how did this continue to happen for 4 years? Because there's parents now that are coming out and say, "Yeah, you know, my kid 4 years ago when he was in grade 1, he told us about it. Did the school's the director know?" So all hell has broken loose now up in Saint Marc sur le Lac. But it just brings back because we're in
Another
that situation.
metropolis.
We're in that situation now, and I'm like, fuck, you know,
Well, look, my 6-year-old who's a first grader came home one day and told me my teacher yells a lot. It scares me a little. I'm like, what do you mean? So she kind of described what's going on. I was like, which teacher? She's like, the Greek teacher. I'm like, yeah, but he's from Greece. He's just yelling. Like the guy, I've met the guy. Like the guy's clearly just
Hello,
like,
Philip.
he just allows.
Lovely children you have there. Like, you're like, oh, he's
No, I just mean in Greece, it's completely normal still.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
socially acceptable to tell the kids, everyone be quiet or, you know, we're all punished. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not weird. It's
We
not like
yell
he's-
all the time.
He's not
Look,
threatening anyone.
my daughter hates her teacher.
Good.
Yeah, she's not a big fan of his either.
In grade 2, she's in grade 2, my daughter, and she.
Why does she hate the teacher?
Well, she yells a lot. She's
Teacher racist?
She's impatient.
Do I know the teacher?
No. She's it's in Brossard. So and my
You don't
wife
know Brossard people?
and because my wife volunteers at the library, she sees the teacher very often. She comes and she's like, she's so fucking weird. Like she still doesn't know some of the kids' names. Like the school year is almost
That's
over.
a red fucking flag.
You know what I mean? It's like
That's a green flag, bro.
That's a red flag.
That's
You know,
a,
she's
that's
mixing
a
up
fucking
kids.
real dude
She's
right
still mixing
there,
up
bro.
kids.
I was
It's
gonna
a
say,
woman.
I don't see the issue.
And,
All these
um,
fucking kids with their
and
complicated names.
And it's
They all
crazy.
look the same
It's
a
crazy
little.
because last year, my wife has been volunteering from last year, and the other librarian told my wife last year, she's like, "Oh man, I hope next year your daughter doesn't have so and so," you know. And she's like, "Oh yeah, why?" She goes, "Oh, you know, look, she's at the
Say
end."
the teacher's name. Go ahead, do it.
No, I don't even know it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like these are all women's problems.
So no, but
No,
she's also
no.
retiring. This is her last year, so we're thinking, you know, she's had enough. But still, it's your last year. Don't you want it to be memorable? Don't you want to leave on this?
No, I want to forget this repetitive
Positive.
dribble I've
Can I
been
just
doing
ask you a
for.
question? Pretend for a
fucking
second
years.
like you're an involved father and like
I
and
am
that
an
you spend a lot of time with your kids. After about 8 hours with them, don't you just want to fucking blow your brains out sometimes?
He doesn't even know their names.
I
Kid 1 and kid 2.
I respect teachers enormously. I have my sister's a teacher. I have very
There's
close
only
friends
so
that are
much you can
teachers.
take.
I've heard
Your
stories.
sister's exactly. Your sister's a teacher. Have
Yeah.
you looked her in the eye? There's nothing there anymore.
No,
She's
no.
done.
No, it's not
lost
easy.
her
It's not
soul. She
easy,
can't.
and I think we all realized that during the pandemic when we had to take care of the kids. And
No, my wife was on mat leave. It was cool for me.
you know what I mean?
For me, it was
No.
weird
It
because I was
fucking
taking care of
hard.
people's kids. I was like, they're not mine.
He was doing day school with the dog. He's like, listen, Shiva, A makes a ah sound.
So no, I think we all realized that. And you know, for me, we were brought up at a time where, like you said before, our parents were 100% on the school side. It's like whatever they say,
Not
whatever they
100%.
do.
I can't say that. I didn't experience that because it was like 80-20. Because my dad knew that 20% of the time there was a chance that
Me, it was
there was a
the
miscommunication.
no, me, it was
but
the
80% of the
opposite.
time it was me.
Like, look, we had a teacher that hit us, bro. My father would be like, "Fuck, good, yeah." Just listen to him.
Your dad's got a weird kink.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
I was like, yeah, listen to him.
Yeah. What did he call you? Where did he
so
hit
I mean,
you?
we don't know how extreme it got. I heard the clip and I was like, "What the fuck? This bitch needs to be fucking beaten," you know? Wow,
George.
No, like don't fuck.
I see you've taken the lessons you learned back then and brought them
but
into the 21st century.
I'm split because you're listening to the clip and you're like, if that person was in front of me or if that was my kid,
I killed him, yeah.
I would fucking, do damage.
That bad? That is
But at the same time, no, it's horrible. Maybe you can find the
Yo,
clip. I
find
don't
the
know.
audio, bro.
I tried.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
earlier, I
slip off for
couldn't.
1 second.
Yeah, just
How do you
say,
sit like that, bro? You have to break every chair in here.
No, you
Just
you,
write
you-
enseignante,
mechanism.
enseignante,
You can
Saint
have it
Marc,
lean back.
No, I know, but you're very heavy.
Just put audio
this is a good
enseignante, audio enseignante. Right in French, it's gonna come up. It's the only thing happening. But at the same time, I'm so split because it's like don't fucking baby my kid, man. Yes, there's people in this world that are gonna be assholes. Get used to it. You know,
But it's grade 1, dude.
but
bit
you gotta-
excessive.
yeah, maybe. But at the same time, you gotta get used to the fact that not everybody's gonna fucking baby you all the time.
No, I
man.
get that, but
You know,
grade
but
1
again,
to
from what I
abuse your
heard,
kid
from the
is-
clip I heard, I mean, it's we're far from that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
By the
it's-
way, Jorge dropped $2.20 again. Sti d'enfants faibles nous donnait des coups. Nous, il nous donnait des coups.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what he said.
us too.
That was the.
But he's just joking
That was a super
because
chat.
apparently this is excessive.
I'm trying to find the audio because I tried to find it earlier.
You have the audio there?
I don't have the audio. It's an article I have.
No.
But there's no way that you can't find it. It's the only thing in the news these days.
I find the news. I find the
Just
the-
type audio.
I did.
No, but audio is AU, not O, bro. Fucking.
I did.
I'm curious. Imagine it's not that bad.
Oh no.
Oh, I found it.
All right, let's hear it.
That's ça! Là! That's ça! C'est-tu clair? Ça se peut qu'il n'y ait pas de récré non plus après tantôt, je vais réfléchir. Toi, écrase!
Oh shit.
Ton comportement m'énerve!
Is that Madame Georgette?
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, that's what I used to go through.
Yeah, me too.
Ton riage, la prochaine fois, t'es out!
They're out.
Pas d'avertissement!
It's good that she's speaking
C'est
French.
le seul avertissement que t'as! Veux-tu m'amener tous tes cahiers, mon juste de mêlée? Laisse ça
Oh
là!
shit.
Moses.
Hey!
I wonder what the kid did.
That's not that bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We used to have. Hold on.
Stop. We just had the conversation that we
Yeah.
used to have.
It fucked us all up to some
Yeah.
extent. So.
But that's not.
And don't forget, this
it's
is-
indefensible. It's not good for kids. And the fact that
And in
you're
grade
saying,
1, dude, in grade 1, you want to yell at kids older? Fuck, okay.
What if it's like a kid that failed 4 times, so he's like 18, still in grade 1? It's
he's
kind of
still in
retarded.
grade 1? Oh, God.
But yeah, that's how Madame Georgette used to yell at us. You remember? We were together in that class, right?
huh?
We were still in the same grade then, right?
Yeah.
Moses de Melis.
It's a good burn. But yeah, it's messed up. I would lose it. And I remember when she came home and said, my teacher yells too much, it frightens me. I was like, I'll kill him. Like, that was my first
I get it. Me too. my
primal
kid,
instinct. And I was like,
yeah.
okay, calm down. Like, let's see what's going on. But he wasn't yelling at her. He was just yelling in the class a lot. And then I found out, which I didn't know, when you're bad in school, or in this school, they still make the kids stand outside the door like they used to do to us.
Oh, they kick him out?
I'm like, they still do that? She's like, I'm like, that's so stupid. That we need to address that. They
Not
just make them,
really.
remember you used to wait outside the door punished? When you were bad,
I
you were
remember
talking
that.
much?
Sometimes they would take my desk and put it outside.
I mean, you were there often. You're getting tired, so it makes sense.
Yeah, they would
Honestly,
just put, I was
now
just
that
there
he
the
said
whole
that, I
time.
just got a flash of every time I ever went to the bathroom in primary school. When I would go into the hall and we weren't in the same class, I'd see him and be like, hey, he'd be
just be
out in the hall.
Just be out there, I would sit in my desk there and be like, you do your work here. It's like, this is great education.
The reason.
I'm learning lots.
I figured everything out myself.
Another interesting story I want to talk to you guys about. In 1980, on October the 3rd, 1980.
It's good that you're bringing fresh news.
Good times.
No, because this is happening now. So
The AIDS epidemic.
There was a man in Paris that drove a motorcycle. On that motorcycle, he had strapped all this fucking explosives.
Okay.
And he parked it in front of a synagogue. It blew up. A couple people died. Dozens were injured.
All right, so a feel-good tale in the morning. Nice.
I've never heard about this.
Yeah, this was back in and this was the
This
first.
was in Montreal?
This was
No,
in
Paris.
Paris. This was the first act that was perpetrated against Jews since the Second World War in France. So it had a huge impact. Since then, you have all these investigators and police that have been trying to solve the case. They had leads on who it might be, and finally, from all the evidence, they even had someone from the Palestinian Liberation Army confess and say who it was and who built the bomb and blah blah. And it all leads to this individual by the name of Hassan Diab, who is Canadian.
A Canadian?
He's a Canadian. He lives in Ottawa, and he's a professor at the.
So we
at
just
Carleton,
got this information now.
at Carleton University. We knew. I mean, it wasn't made public, but we knew there was a case happening. His name had been circulating, and last week the
Come on,
court.
cold case.
Yeah, guys, it was fucking 40 years.
So this guy was a terrorist, and now he's a professor.
Exactly.
He's still a terrorist.
But what about what was the name of the guy? Is it Marc Garneau? Not Marc Garneau.
No, he was a
The
national.
transport minister. Not the transport. The guy who was pushing for the CRTC bill for the internet. What's his name? He's a minister. I just can't remember.
Oh, the bearded. I
yeah,
hate
the
that
guy who was a fucking terrorist for Greenpeace.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's a
I saw-
minister.
I saw him riding his bike.
Really? Was it electric? Just gay then?
He was riding a Bixie.
I forget his name. Jesus.
Going to work with a suit.
What is his name? Yeah, it is not Mark Garneau. It's not, huh?
No, it's not Mark Garneau.
No.
I forget his name now.
Gilles? Anyways, you know, I'm just trying to make the example.
Guilbeault.
Ah, Guilbeault, yeah. So like Guilbeault, terrorist, now a minister. This guy, Diab.
No, he was more of he was more of an activist. He never killed anyone.
Yeah, he never killed anyone.
You know, this
Not
guy.
for lack of
he's
trying.
only-
He was
he's only
just a
trying to-
bad terrorist.
No, he's only trying to kill the internet.
No, he
Now,
was,
yeah.
he was just he was an activist. He was a flat.
He was bad at being a terrorist. He's bad at being a minister. It's simple.
But this
Those
guy,
are valid points.
No, this guy actually killed people, and then
Yeah,
he
okay,
fled
fine.
back to Canada. He's been living his quiet little life here, teaching at the university. Social studies, I think he
I mean, can't we
teaches.
all just grow as people?
Social studies.
And here's the debate now, because France is asking Canada to extradite him.
You extradite him.
You have to extradite him. I mean, there's so much evidence that they collected over 40 fucking years. And then you have on the other side all these organizations that are saying, no, it's a mistrial, false,
We haven't even gone to trial.
false accusations, and how could you do that? Including Amnesty International and all these stupid
Oh, wait,
groups.
why though?
That are
They're all
defending
very
him.
anti-Semitic.
Because look,
Privately. But publicly, why are they saying they're against it?
Yeah,
like,
because
what
they're
evidence are they bringing up?
they think that he
That's crazy. How'd they find him?
they think that he's been wrongfully accused, and you know they think that he's the victim in
Can I
this.
play devil's advocate?
Do it.
I haven't seen the evidence. Maybe the evidence is sketch. It's possible.
40 years, dude, of investigation and
Yeah,
questioning
40
and
fucking
interrogation.
years, and then you got some terrorists to give up the name. Is that the only
I
evidence?
don't
know.
think there was 40 years of evidence, and then yesterday they decided it's that guy. They had leads.
Yeah,
they
they
But
got
you're
there for a
assuming
while.
that they've been working on this for 40 years. Have you met French people?
that's a
Like,
good point.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe they haven't been working on it for 40 years, but it took 40 years for them to make.
All I'm saying is 40 years is a long time, and I haven't seen evidence, so I can't take a side here. I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a side.
Yeah?
Maybe there's a plot from these Jews to get back at a successful professor.
I think that
That was it. The channel's done, huh?
It seems like if they were looking at it for 40 years, if they do the same as they do in North America, it means that they had crazy evidence for a while, but because he was international, they had to be super concrete. So if they're coming
I
at him
should
now,
hope so.
if they're coming at him now and they present to the government, this guy killed Jews.
I mean, I don't know a lot about the French justice system or their police force, aside from like the Pink Panther, Clouseau.
but
That's all I really know. But I'm
this is-
assuming they did their due
But
diligence.
this is what's problematic to me. You have all these groups now that are standing behind him, acting as if France is this fucking banana republic that has
They're not, okay, you're not far off
they're not
there.
far
that
off,
has a
yeah.
justice system
It's
that
a
is
bit
incredible.
of a racist comment,
I don't
but
know,
whatever.
man. I don't think so. I think we can say a lot about the French people, but I mean their institutions. I don't think they're that.
I don't know.
They're the best in the Algerian world. You're correct.
I don't think they lack
the pride of the
credibility.
Maghreb. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
New Tunisia.
that's what's happening. But it's a little scary to know that this person has been living not here in Montreal, but
Where
he's
does
in
he
Ottawa.
live, by the way?
Ottawa.
But that's where a lot of murderers live.
He's a teacher in Carlton
It's
at Carleton
quiet.
University.
Yeah.
But
Most of them in politics. How many kids? What's our kill count now as Canada since Trudeau's taken over? How many Yemenis children have we killed?
jeez.
For sure more than 6.
Oh, a lot more than 6 there.
I really don't know. I haven't been keeping track with the Yemeni kid count. This is on a website, Yemeni kid count.
For sure.
There's a counter.
Yeah, you should
might
watch
be.
it.
Yeah.
He's looking for the count.
You might find a
I'm
number.
I'm dying to see the fucking search thing. What would you put? How many kids has Canada killed in Yemen?
How many people has Trudeau killed in military?
You're so
That's
stupid.
what a weird dumb
You know what?
sentence.
Go to Ask Jeeves and ask him your question.
in military.
In military, it's so stupid.
How
It
many
is
people
so
has Trudeau
stupid.
killed in military?
He literally uses Google like a 79-year-old foreigner.
I can see Poseidon at night. How know if my grill Fran pregnant? Pregnant. Pregnant.
Pregnant.
Can men be pregnant or just fat?
Am I pregnant?
Pregnant.
What age men get
Pregnant.
period? Period.
No have my period yet.
Period.
No have my period yet. Worry?
How know if gay?
Oh, we're so stupid.
I was supposed to go work work out later today for the first time in 15 years.
Nice.
I don't think I need to anymore. My abs are aching.
I started last week.
Oh, really? Oh, I got hustled. I'm begrudgingly going to meet him. I'm going to go meet Vag later today. He's going to make me
He's
lean
gonna
and
kick
fit.
your ass, dude. He's gonna
I
kick
keep
your
getting
ass.
back pain. He's like, you're just out of shape. That's all it is.
That's it.
So hold on, what should I type?
That doesn't matter.
Am I
bro.
pregnant?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. Oh, fuck.
I'm gay.
got the pregnant.
Now I typed how many people has Canada killed?
Dude,
But that's such a.
Have you seen that clip from the original Quantum Leap that's been circulating? I'm retarded?
Oh, that one.
That
yeah,
one
yeah,
with Scott Bakula? That's Poseidon in a nutshell.
The mirror.
Oh.
Oh, dude.
The
oh,
80s was a beautiful time.
Dude, big news.
Yeah, tell me.
They just dropped a new Barbie doll. It's the first doll with Down syndrome.
I saw this.
You didn't see this?
Oh, and somebody wrote, "Sales must be slow."
Yeah, Sam Morrill.
Hold on.
Morrill.
Hold on.
Yeah, Sam Morrill. It was a fucking. It's the
shit.
best line I've seen.
Oh, God. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean...
I don't mind it, but I thought all Barbie dolls had Down syndrome.
No, but you can do whatever you want, okay? But as a business, aren't you, like, sales-oriented?
This is a good sales.
This is a
play
good
for
sales
them.
pitch, yeah.
Look, man.
Is it?
I have no problem with little girls who have Down syndrome who want to play with Barbies that look like them. That's fine. Big deal. They're gonna buy them. It's a good capitalist
I will
move.
be honest right now, and this is gonna sound insane. I saw the two Barbie dolls, like before and
hard
after.
to
I
look
can't
up.
tell the difference, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck's
My
going on. I don't know
wife
if
just
they're
bought.
that means
I don't
we
know if
also
they're
have
fucking
Down
people with Down
syndrome.
syndrome. Like I don't know if they're fucking people with Down. Like this is for you, and it's the same fucking doll.
Look, I'm looking at it. She just looks southern to me now. Because she
that
got
the
bigger
one?
hair. Yeah, that's the one. That's the Down syndrome
I
Barbie.
can't tell the difference, bro.
Well,
but I
see-
don't play with dolls.
I see Barbies every day because of my kids.
Okay, so does she look different?
She does look a little different. Her eyes are a little more.
Not really.
It's very subtle. It's not overdone. Because if they had done it over the top, it would have been fucking hilariously catastrophic for fucking
Yeah,
Mattel.
100%.
Sorry, I wasn't speaking to the mic. I got excited there. Yeah, I mean, my wife just bought a My First Barbie for the younger one. It's basically a Barbie, but she's like, I don't know, 20% bigger and like a little bit softer so like younger kids can dress them and stuff. And she just looks like a heavy set Barbie to me, like a Dardana Barbie.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. I'm like, why does this cost more? What is the difference here? It's very strange. Like they have different types of Barbies. Like it's not a big deal. You're a company trying to make money. They're smart.
Yeah, I have a zero. Honestly,
Like I
can't
won't
lie.
come from Mattel until they make a gay turtle. When we get a gay turtle, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? This was unnecessary.
A gay turtle.
Yeah, one of the Ninja Turtles. The second one of them expresses homosexual feelings. You're
They're
fucking
brothers,
with shit.
bro.
Not for each other.
For who? There's no more.
Not
reason.
incest.
What are you looking at right there, bro?
Yeah, what is that?
No, Mattel made Down syndrome dolls too. So I was looking at that.
Fucking Goonies.
Jesus. I looked at his phone. I'm like, what is he preparing?
Can I ask you a question that may be considered inappropriate? Except for so not this girl on the blue screen. I'm sure this is all the headlines of pictures of girls with Down syndrome playing with Barbies.
This is why I like that they made this doll.
1, 2, 3. Are these all the same person, or do all
see.
Down syndrome kids just share so many features that
Well,
I'm
they do,
confused?
but
It is the
Well,
same
they all have
actress.
an
this
extra
is the same
chromosome.
actress.
It's the same,
Oh, it's
not
the same.
actress,
These
it's the
three,
same model, right?
the last three are the same person.
Okay, I was just wondering because I
Different
couldn't tell.
clothes.
I'm like, those they really look alike.
No, it's just 3D. But I'm glad they did this because I guarantee you, there's a lot of kids with Down syndrome who are
We're
going to be
happy
like,
about
"Yo,
it.
this is my doll."
Have you noticed?
Is there a
there's
Down
spike
syndrome
in
Ken?
kids with Down syndrome
No, I haven't noticed.
I don't recognize them.
compared to the
The
older
second I
years?
get the call, I go, "It's not mine." So, I don't fucking know.
This son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
there are
You
a
son
lot.
of a bitch.
There is a lot.
There's
A
a lot
Down
more than
syndrome
there used to
Ken?
be?
Know that. There's,
No,
a,
'cause
there's
I
a lot
asked-
of
yeah, I asked that.
there's a lot of kids. No, Ken has no penis, bro. He's already fucked. There's a lot of more kids now with Down syndrome. Yeah, I don't know if it's the shit we eat or I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I'm
Well,
convinced
I don't
it's
even.
the shit we put in our bodies.
It could be
must
that. It
be.
could be
It-
also we're very active. Some
Sexually.
women they need to really relax during pregnancy. You know that there's some women when they get pregnant, they get a lot of miscarriages, and then the doctor tells them, "Look, this is gonna sound crazy. You got to lay down for 9 months."
Yeah, it happens.
That's
It
when
does
it's at
happen.
when,
Bed rest.
that's when it's at
But at
risk.
the same
though. But
time,
I don't.
50 years ago, like my grandmother was pregnant, or my great grandmother, and she was plowing a field and
Yeah.
riding a donkey.
I don't think there's
Like-
sufficient scientific evidence
and
to
fighting
prove that the
communism.
active women.
No, I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying it could be anything. Some people it could be activity. I'm leaning towards the food, bro.
Look, man, they're
It's
finding
so
babies
shit.
born in like remote areas that have microplastics in their blood that have no contact
man.
with mainstream society. So like,
It's carried
there's
by
plastic
We've
in our
been-
genome now.
Yeah.
We've been
fucked
putting a lot
ourselves.
of fucked up shit, and
Yeah.
also all the radiation from like all the shit that's around. Like, we've been fucking up the human genome for a while now.
like I know it's scary to think that we're getting to a place where we can play with our genetic, but I think we need to get there, or else we're gonna fucking kill ourselves.
Well,
by
we are.
accident.
That was the mRNA thing.
Yeah. No, but I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm against it to some extent, like philosophically. But I think we need to get there because we've created new diseases that we need to actually control.
The microplastics thing that you brought up is very scary
Yeah.
because they're found
It's terrifying.
in like you said, newborn. Like it's in our.
A kid that hasn't even breastfed yet.
It's part of our existence on this
Yeah.
planet. I
It's
wonder
scary.
if we test one of the the remote Amazonian tribes.
They have not the untouched
The
ones.
untouched ones.
Not
I
untouched.
wonder-
That's not the right word.
Well, no, they were never
Uncontacted.
molested. They,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
But-
because they found, like he said, people living remotely. that
remotely,
have
but they
it
still
be-
have contact with us. What I'm saying is,
No,
very little.
no.
No,
Very
very little.
little.
It's also
contact.
because it's carried by air. So like
you don't know that's carried
It's
by
also
air.
carried in the fucking rain droplets.
Yeah.
the
Jorge-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Amazonians will still
for
have
sure,
it.
for sure.
Have what? Sorry.
Microplastics in their blood, in their.
What do you want to say?
Oh, Jorge said blame the microwaves, but we found out microwaves don't actually cause issues.
I mean, if you're unless you're
Well,
microwaving
well, they
yourself.
say that they don't. They say that they just heat up the water molecules.
I don't know, man.
But
I
I don't
don't use
know
it that
what is
often.
propaganda.
We don't use it often
Yeah.
either.
I mean, I don't cook with it because I'm not a wasp, and we also don't heat my kids' milk up with it ever. We use like boiling water.
Boiling water.
I heat up my cold coffee with the microwave.
Yeah.
You should
Just
have a new
pour it
coffee.
and get a new
Gross.
coffee.
It's not nuked. We just told you how it works.
Yeah.
I'm just using it as a turn of phrase.
But that doesn't make sense in this
Don't
case.
microwave your coffee
Who cares?
But why not? Yeah.
because it's gross. You have
But
milk
why
in
is it
there.
gross?
You have milk in there. You're reheating milk that's already cooled down.
Yeah, but
It's
why is
disgusting.
it? How is that disgusting?
I'm not saying it's
But
bad
why-
for you. I'm
why
just saying.
can't
And
you put it-
why would I be reheating milk? The
You
milk
don't put
goes in
milk-
after.
Wait, what do you mean?
But when
like you
you
take
re-
your coffee that you've been drinking, your Tim Hortons, and it's got cold.
No.
Oh, okay.
My coffee from the pot. If I don't drink it all,
okay,
it
okay,
gets
okay.
cold. So I'll put it in a cup.
Sorry,
I'll
okay.
heat it up for a minute,
I'm
and then I'll
retracting.
take it out.
I'm
It's hot.
backing
I'll
off.
put my
I'm
milk in and
backing
I'll
off.
drink it.
Yeah, I understood the same thing. You're
Yeah.
drinking your coffee, you forget it gets cold, and you grab it and you
No,
put it in the
like
microwave.
I'll just spill it out. I'm
Why
talking
can't you
about.
be a
that's what
Greek
I'm saying.
person and take that coffee, whip it up, throw some ice, and drink a cold coffee?
Sometimes I want hot coffee.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. I respect that. What
Guys,
else you got, George?
remember last week when we spoke about the case with
Benjamin Button?
No, the Fox trial that they settled with a Canadian
talking about
Dominion voting machines or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Not Dominion. Is that what it's called?
It's called Dominion,
Yeah.
something in the company, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was documents that leaked to the effect
Yeah,
that
people
they
from
knew
Fox were
and
called
they
to
actively
testify.
lied on air.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you not seen
There
any
was
of this?
email exchanges and text messages about them saying, "Shit, it's not true. What are we saying?" Like minutes
run this
before,
story
Oh
anyways,
no!
yeah.
minutes before they went on air,
Tucker Carlson's gone.
and Tucker Carlson got fired.
But
Because
he
of-
didn't know. Did Tucker
Yeah,
Carlson know
Tucker
about
Carlson
He
was
was
among the
involved,
people
yeah.
that lied. He
been
said,
subpoenaed,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
yeah, you
yeah.
didn't know that he's lost his.
I know that he got
okay.
fired, but but that
He got fired after they settled, so they didn't go to court. And the article, are you okay there, buddy? Okay.
yeah, go wash your hands.
Yeah,
Oh,
There's mucus everywhere.
yeah, it's
Almost
nice.
just died.
Keep
All right,
smoking.
keep it on the double because I gotta go.
Well, we're
take
done.
A call.
It's 11:30.
Well,
We're
wait
outta
till he
here.
comes back.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Finish
So
the Dominion.
I'm very excited to see what Tucker Carlson, like his podcast. I'll definitely.
He's
listen.
definitely going into the
gonna do a
podcast. He's
with
definitely
a
going
little
into the
fucking
podcast.
Zizifyogo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit on that side so it can be a nicer outro.
So basically, one of the reasons why they settled was because had they gone to court,
Yeah.
all that information was going to be made public, right?
But now that he's been fired, can he now refuse to speak because he signed an NDA maybe on his way out? I wonder if that's the play.
I don't know, but I'm reading now that there's these other things, and this is probably what he's preparing. From what I'm reading, behind the scenes, Tucker was among the very few at Fox that was very critical towards the company because they're racist, they were sexist, they had all
Which
these
company? Fox?
Yeah.
I mean, he's said crazy things of his own accord.
I know, but behind the scenes, we don't know what's going on. I mean, you know Tucker Carlson from TV, but whatever happened before, behind the scenes,
I'll say
meetings
this
or
about
whatever.
Tucker
So
Carlson.
apparently, there's a lot of stuff that he has said to the executives that wasn't right. For Fox to do like sexism and all that stuff.
Where's this leaking from? From him?
No, well, maybe he's leaking shit to fuck him over because he has documented certain things.
And
I
he
don't
wants
know.
to start some kind of
he
like
wants
weird
to-
new libertarian podcast.
He wants to take them down or whatever. So maybe
Maybe, it's possible.
maybe there's a good side of Tucker Carlson. I don't know.
I never trust a human scorned.
What?
A human that's been scorned, you can't trust what they say.
yeah.
You don't know. Hit it, bro. Hey, Tubby.
What do you mean a human that's been scorned?
You know how they say a woman scorned?
Yeah.
The expression?
No.
Tucker Carlson saying, "Oh yeah, well I'm fired." Well, apparently I've been saying in the background that Fox is racist, but he just got fired. Obviously, I don't trust what he's saying.
But we don't know. Look, maybe he has emails. Maybe he's
All
kept
I'm
emails.
saying
Maybe he's
is
kept
Take
voicemails.
it with
Who
a
knows?
grain of fucking cocaine.
Absolutely, but it's just because remember last week you said, "Oh, I don't know, it sounds suspicious." Blah blah blah. And we're like, "Listen, they settled. We don't know what's gonna happen."
It
and
is
now
fucking
they're, and now
suspicious.
they're chopping.
I believe nothing with any certainty anymore. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's real. Are we in a simulation? Maybe. Is this show even a real show? Or are we just AI avatars here to poison your mind with lies? My name is Phil Balabanos. I am a real person. See, I have a hat. That's how
Lies,
you know. And
lies, your
you
face,
can see
you're not
all
real.
10 of my fingers.
You're a hologram.
If it doesn't have
Hologram.
5 fingers, it's AI generated. Remember that. You're welcome. That's a free bit of advice. George has Politiquement Parlant, where he talks about Montreal North politics. Is it in the car again?
It's not in the car. It's,
not-
in the studio.
It's in the studio.
Yeah.
In the Brossard studio, far away from Montreal North, where it's safe to talk shit. You can follow George's podcast. Links are in the description. I am Poseidon. Not I, but he is. IamPoseidon.com. You can go there and see all these... What's the word I'm looking for? It's like an amalgam of the things he is and truly isn't. It's mostly the things he isn't.
happening.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, the lies you tell.
What
are
lies?
The things that make you. You.
What lies, bro?
What lies?
I love how you guys try to paint me as a liar all the time.
I didn't paint you as a liar.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
lie.
no. You guys keep saying I lie, so you're trying to paint me as a liar. So like that, you can just fucking brush me off when I'm...
Poseidon. Oh why? Oh why? Oh why? Do you tell me? La 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 lies. Never to think that I wouldn't really lies. Are you too young to get that reference?
Yes.
Okay. George got it though, right?
I did get
Yeah,
that
that's a good song. Listen to that song later. Patreon.com/Pantelis, where you can support all the great stuff here. Get exclusive access. It's not an OnlyFans. Get exclusive access to content that is only available on Patreon, whereby making it exclusive. Also support all the fun stuff happening here. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Also PantelisComedy.com, where you can get information about shows, get all the social channels, all that stuff, archived episodes of this show and many others. And we will see you next Wednesday. Until Poseidon asks me on Thursday night if we're doing a show on Friday.
Take care, people.
I always double check.
You gotta
So
double check, bro.
I double
respect.
check.
Give me some
I
props.
double check.
Respect.
So like that, nobody blames me for their bullshit. Okay, now...
We don't blame you for our bullshit, only for your own. Okay?
Yeah, okay. Go fuck yourself.
It's not my water.
Croissant.